WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. And 107.3 WXGL HD2 St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio.
Oh, here we go.
All systems go.
This is the true story about Mac. Check it.
Times are changing, more so each year. But the early morning storm pimp is here.
3, 2, 1.
People are expecting quite a bit.
Gotta figure out how to make money on this. I really want to.
I can feel it down in my plums. We're getting a nice bluish hue. Getting ready to take them to the farmer's market.
Okay, baby, but don't hurt yourself with that big juicy hog of yours.
In hard times, or when a man has worked at a job 30 years, they give him a watch, kick him in the butt, and say, hey, a computer took your place, daddy. That's hard time.
Let's go now, live.
This is where we live.
Are you ready to get your world rocked?
That's what I'm talking about.
You ready?
Oh, wait. So we're just gonna wing it?
There's a big difference between winging it and seeing what happens. Now let's see what happens.
And now.
Right now.
Now, it's Senning Show. With your host, John Senning.
And I be catching them northern black like on the 10-pound test. Smoke cess, never fast, take a guess. I be the early morning stone pimp. Straight limping, runes from drinking. At the party, big booty pinching. Chilling like a villain.
No need to let it play. Welcome to Senning Show. I'm John Senning. That man is dizzy. Thank you to everybody who helped with the new fill-in lineup. More JP, more Drew Garabo. I'm sure many people were very happy about that. It sounds like it worked out great. I feel like I'm living in like a shadowverse. Like I'm living in a dream that is actually real life. I got off a plane just a couple hours ago, and I'm looking forward to recapping what happened on my fishing excursion in the Gulf of Mexico out of Pensacola momentarily. But I was bummed out that I was not here the day that it was announced. The Summer Beach Bash, the 102.5 The Bone Summer Beach Bash. I want to hit it right out of the gate. I am very, very excited. This is going to be, if you are a Bone super fan, probably the coolest thing we've ever done. As an opportunity for you to get and hang out with everybody. It seems like everybody's got something going on at some point. And it's at the Sky Beach Resort in St. Pete. You can go to theboneonline.com. It's the front little rotator there. Click on it. You can book your room. I will say, for many different reasons, you should book it now. I think they're going to do it in blocks. You can lock in the price right now. So I would say go do it. And then I saw an email this morning with how many are left. There's not tons left in this block. So if you want to secure your place and you want to do it at a good rate, you can do it right now. It's going down July 18th through the 20th. It's a Friday night, a Saturday all day, and then we're doing a brunch on Sunday. It all gets kicked off on Friday night. I will be hosting the kickoff party. We're roasting a pig, the Kona Big Wave Pig Out Pig Roast right there on the beach. I was so damn excited that this worked out because some may remember it, some might not. But when we did the Reggae Rise Up broadcast a couple months ago, and we were breaking down the broadcast, there were two dudes performing on the Sugar Shack stage that I think for Diz and I kind of stopped us in our tracks They're so damn fun. They're entertaining. I would say funky, reggae, acoustic, a little raunchy, a little funny, a little dirty. Matt and Zach are gonna be performing on Friday night, and I think they're gonna hang out all weekend because then on Saturday, tons of stuff. Morning yoga with Carmen. The Bone is broadcasting all day long. There's a pickleball tournament, the Cutwater ready to drink, poolside karaoke with Drew. There's a big neutral pool party with DJ Eakin. Pitbull Toddler's going to perform. There's a midnight pool party and then a late night jam session around the bonfire, which is going to be amazing. And then we're doing a hangover breakfast on Sunday. It really is one of the coolest events that I've seen put on by the Bone for all of us to be together. And I'm very excited that my obligations and my responsibility are right away, because that means that once I'm done on Friday night, I'll just be
chilling.
a mess. I'll just be a mess the rest of the weekend with not much responsibility, at least. So.
Yeah, get it out the way. You didn't mention JP's thought circle. That's
I guess I'm not sure if that's. I heard him saying that, and I had to ask you right when I came in what I was missing and if that's really a thing that's happening.
I hope so. I believe that, people, the powers that be are getting stuff in motion. I cheerleaded it a lot, and I think it's going to be an official thing.
What I was thinking could happen was something like that, but it's like it somehow plays off of all of the things that Monica says that pisses him off. So I don't know how it is. It's almost like Monica puts a thought out there and then JP just rants about it or something. I don't know. The framework is a little rough, but that's a jumping off point.
I'm looking forward to meeting Matt and Zach and getting to know these guys more, because if they're anything like their music, which I imagine they are, they seem like just fun dudes.
Yeah, they're just fun. They're wild. They really are. And it's going to be very, very interesting because they're hanging all weekend. So I think they're going to be doing some acoustic stuff like poolside for some of the pool parties. And then they're a part of the bonfire jam session. So members of Pitbull Toddler, everybody else with Matt and Zach, all jamming out late night on Saturday. It's going to be a spectacle. This is something that you're not going to want to miss out on. You will not want to be on the fence, and then we'll be coming in here on Monday talking about it, and you'll be thinking, what could have been?
Yeah.
Go book it now, theboneonline.com. I've heard so much good stuff about this Sky Beach Resort. I know they've completely redone it. I know that Mike Calta, I believe, stayed out there with his family a few months ago. Lots of people talking about it. It's a beautiful property right off the interstate in St. Pete on the water. Book it now, theboneonline.com, the Bone Summer Beach Bash, presented by Neutral.
It feels almost like when you say it's the biggest thing did, it's like they've cherry-picked little things from different events that did so well. They're like, we're just going to put that all together. Summer Beach Bash.
It is, and it's just going to be a party. It is absolutely going to be a rager. It is like an adult summer camp meets spring break meets just debauchery. So stuff going on every day, all day. Make your plans. And I don't know if I said, so that Friday, we're all going to be broadcasting as well. So JP's coming into town. It all gets started with JP, and then we'll broadcast, and then all the way through Drew and everything. So pretty much starting at 11 a.m. on Friday until Sunday morning's hangover breakfast / brunch, you'll have activities and stuff to do with all the Bone staff.
And leading up to it, I don't know if you're interested, but I'll tell you at least few days, probably a week, I'm going to go once a month leading up to it. I'm doing a fast.
Oh,
I'm
really?
getting ready. This is bigger than the cruise.
I will say, it has been crossing my mind. I've thought a lot today about how just this past few days, not that I didn't eat so much, I drank a lot, but just it's time for a reset.
Cleanse,
So this will be the beginning of a clean phase, all leading up to and hey, maybe you're out there thinking the same thing. Like, I'm going and I want to get on it too, so I can be looking right and tight for the Summer Beach Bash. We can all keep each other accountable. We'll all be in it together, and we'll all be looking sexy as hell.
I'm definitely discussing with some people some outside activities that we could do and have maybe give listeners a chance to win their way into it.
It'll be an underground, like bootleg type event. Is that what you're saying?
I'm going to say one of the things: vroom vroom on the water. That's all I'll say.
Dude, I like. There are a couple things, by the way, that I don't know if they're secrets or I don't know if they're happening or just not announced yet. But I do believe there are going to be a couple other elements that we haven't even touched on yet that maybe other shows have or have been privy to. But I don't even think this is everything. I think there is more on top of the underground bootleg events that Dizzy and I will be holding out in the parking lot at any given point.
Yeah.
All right. So, dude, this was truly one of the craziest experiences of my life.
It looked crazy.
It really was. Not that I wasn't mentally prepared for the whole thing, but I don't think I understood just how serious and hardcore an adventure like this really is. And I have to say, to start the whole conversation, thank you so much to Mike Allstott and Rich from the Mike Allstott Family Foundation. This was a fishing trip that was a part of the live auction at the charity event a few weeks ago. And this dude, Burke, who is just, I got a chance to really meet, and his buddy David over the weekend, just the nicest guy ever. He dropped mad money bidding on this trip at the charity weekend. And they also invited Alex, who is St. Pete Sam's, friend of the show, beloved St. Pete Sam's husband, just because Tito's and he have done so much for the charity over the years and all that. So he was invited as well. And then I think it was like 2 or 3 weeks ago, I got a call from Rich, and he said, hey, I know it's kind of last minute, and I don't know if you're going to be able to commit to it, but we want to invite you on this trip. And I pondered for a second, just because it's I don't love taking off, and we've got Brody and stuff, and after about a day, I just said this is something I cannot turn down.
You have to. If someone would have told Lil Jon, when he was 13. Watching football that, hey, you see that guy? You're going to be on a trip with that guy, and it's going to be a guy's trip.
Yeah, and that is something, I was talking about that a couple weeks ago when I was hanging out with my buddies, the Crowded Table guys. There's something about, and I have male friends, and I hang out with a lot of dudes and stuff, but the last time I've been like on something like that with just all dudes, there's something about a group of guys just – these are ball busters too. Like these guys are, nobody is safe at any given moment. And just, that is just fun when everybody's getting on each other and laughing for days on end, especially under circumstances like this. So we get in, we flew out of Tampa,
which I
early
love
Sunday morning,
because there's one thing you guys did that to start the trip off that's just so ballin'. It's walking the tarmac to the plane.
It is so.
That's such a ballin' move.
I will say, I could just lead into that and say, yes, that was our private jet. It was the first time I ever flew with Silver Airways.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it wasn't baller, but it wasn't a private. It wasn't a private jet, and I guess they only fly to like 4 or 5 places. So a lot of people take that. A lot of people hit me up because they take that to Key West. They go to Pensacola. It's pretty much just around Florida and stuff that this small airline flies. So we did walk on the tarmac, but I can't do stolen valor and tell you that I was balling on a private jet. And that was what, when I got here, Joj said, she goes, oh wow. She goes, how nice is it flying on a private jet? And I was like, I wouldn't be able to tell you, to be honest with you. I'm not certain. So it was that we get out there very, very early. I think we took off at 6 or something like that. We land in Pensacola, and I gotta say, the captain of the ship was just one of the coolest guys, and I wanted to make sure that I got his charter outfit correct. Unreal Fishing Outfitters, Captain Tommy. We get to Pensacola, which I have to say, I did not know that Pensacola was like a mecca of seafood. Like, it is insane to me, the seafood scene in there. And I'm sure it has a lot to do with the area that we were in. These seafood markets that we went to and all these little spots everywhere just with the freshest seafood you've ever seen. I just never been to Pensacola, and I didn't know it was such a big part of the community there. But we get there, we're waiting for some more people in our crew, and we're just getting everything ready while we wait for the other guys. We go out, we get fuel, we get ice, we do all these different things. And it was kind of, the trip was backwards because Sunday was supposed to be a chill day, and then we would fish Monday and Tuesday. Well, some weather was coming, or something was going with the weather where we couldn't fish on Tuesday. So the plans changed. It was going to be a weird day. I don't think anybody really knew what to expect. So we finally get the whole crew onto the boat that first day on Sunday. We go out, we get bait, which is a whole experience. That was I don't know if it was my favorite part, but it was the part that I ended up being good at.
Getting the bait?
Well, because you pretty much have this, everyone's got a pole, and there's like 5 or 6 hooks on it, and you get on top of these bait fish, and you go out there, and you're just pulling up, 5, 6 fish at a time.
Okay.
And then the mate, the second man is pulling them off, and it was just fun. We're just pulling. Every time I go fishing in my life, it usually does not go well. So I'm very easily entertained, and I'm pulling 5, 6 fish out at a time. I'm living the dream at that point. So
you're a pro at this point.
So we do that, and we're heading out. So then it's time to head out to the deep water. And I don't know if I knew this, but some of the best tuna fishing is out at the oil rigs. So
when I saw that photo, I was like, where is this guy?
Yeah, dude. So,
how far out do they go?
Dude, so the trip out.
Did you know that was going to be out there? Did he tell you, like, we're going to go near
I knew
oil
we were
rig?
going to the oil rigs. But, like, dude, the trip out is just – we were talking when we finally got back from the last part of fishing in Rich. We got off the boat, and we were kind of goes, this is not for the weak. It is not for the weak-minded or the weak physically, because it's just it's such a – so we're done with the bait fishing, and then this is a big boat. Like this is a nice boat. It's not a cruise ship. It's not anything like that. But it's a big boat. I think it was, for those that are boat people, I think it's like a 38-foot Invincible. It's a nice boat, but it's not a situation where you're not going to be feeling the bumps and you're not going to be feeling it. And I've never gotten seasick, but my biggest concern was that I was going to get sick. And it's just. You just don't want to be the only one getting sick with that crew. You know what I mean? Like, these are guys who, rugged, manly men who have done a lot of things, and I just couldn't be the only one getting sick. So, dude, I had the patches behind my ears. There's like seasick patches. So I get the seasick patches. I get an inhaler thing that you like put up to your nose if you start feeling sick. I had the Dramamine pills. I was loaded up on everything to ensure that I did not get sick. And so we get the bait, and they're like, all right, this is it. And I guess this is a thing that a lot of boats like this do. You sit in bean bags. It like helps with
absorbing the bumps and stuff?
It absorbs the bumps, and you can kind of hunker down and stuff. So I get my bean bag set up, and so Mike,
are you drinking at this point?
At this point, we had been drinking a little bit. Yeah. And Mike's right in front of me, Mike Allstott, and we're sitting like this, and then two on the other side, and then some guys up front. And, dude, when this boat takes off for the first time, because you're going like 50 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And when it takes off for the first time, and keep in mind, I know that we've got 3.5, 4 hours ahead of us. When that boat took off for the first time, the amount of panic that went through my body, just because, I mean, it's just, like you're just hitting bump, bump, bump. And I immediately am just, I'm not making it.
You felt it already?
We were talking about this, and one of the dudes on the boat was saying, so much about motion sickness is mental. Okay. And a lot of people start getting so freaked out that they're going to have motion sickness that they have motion sickness. So dude, I'll tell you, I pretty much got myself down to a routine that saved my life. I had my little vape pen, and I had that inhaler thing. And dude, for 4 hours straight, I'm just one rip off the inhaler, one rip off the pen, just trying to breathe. And eventually I leveled out a little bit, and it wasn't probably that bad for the 4 hour, for the straight 4 hours. But that first night, we got out to the oil rigs like as the sun was setting.
Yeah.
So it's about to get dark as we're getting out there, and we fished for many, many hours.
How long is the trip to the oil? Like 20, 30 minutes?
No,
it was the hours?
Oh, no, hours. Yes. No,
those were to get to the oil rig.
That's the oil rig. Yeah, no, it was like 4 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's like a 4-hour trip. And at that point, you've already been in the boat for maybe an hour and a half because you got to get the bait and you leave. The bait's a little bit further out. So, so by the time we get there, the sun's setting. And, I know for a fact that our captain, Captain Tommy, he's for the last however many weeks, he's been sending us pictures. These guys have just been ripping 100-foot tuna out from these oil rigs like nothing, like just big tuna all day. So we get out there, and immediately I can tell he's like, it's not happening as quickly as he thought it would, and we weren't picking as many big ones as everybody thought. And eventually people start pulling up some tunas, a lot of blackfin. We were technically out there for yellowfin, but a lot of guys were catching blackfin, and I think everybody had caught about one, maybe somebody had caught two, and I had maybe 3 or 4 on that I lost. And it became a thing. Like I just could not get a fish into the boat.
And were they the line was just going?
I don't know exactly what was happening, because I actually posted, I think I actually have 2 videos of a fish that I was bringing to the boat. The one for sure, it's like flapping. It's outside of the boat, and it's going crazy. And he's just about to get it with the gaff. They take a big hook out and hook it and bring it in. And right before he can get it, I'd lost that one.
Oh.
So the thing is that initially we just weren't catching fish at the first oil rig.
Yeah.
So we just kept going deeper and deeper.
That's
So it'd be
terrifying.
like, we're going further. We're
Yeah.
going another 30 minutes out to another oil rig. And then we're going another. So I think we did that like 3 or 4 times, just kept going out and out and out because they weren't hitting the way. And I think it might have been obviously the last stop where everybody had caught the majority of what was caught on that night. So I don't know exactly what time we left the oil rig that night, but it was very, very late.
Yeah.
And we got back to the dock at 3 a.m.
Oh.
So we get back to the house. By the time everybody kind of showers, decompresses, we sit around for a little bit. It's after 4 o'clock, and I'm just kind of going along with the flow. In my head, I'm thinking, well, we're probably not fishing tomorrow now. like this was such a late night, and we were out there for so long. I don't know what's happening. And then at some point, it becomes abundantly clear we're getting up at 7 a.m. to get back on the boat.
Oh, 3 hours.
To go back on the 3 to 4 hour ride out to the deep water. And that is exactly what we did. We spent, I think, we were doing the math. It was like 22 hours on the water in the span of 2 days.
That's insane to me.
So
you're just a Somali pirate at that time.
So the second, I don't know what I know what it was. It was the fact that we didn't sleep and we had been out there the night before, because that trip out on the second day, like, dude, I'm laying in this beanbag and I'm just thinking we're there.
Yeah.
And like we would stop for bathroom breaks and stuff like that. And I remember the first time we stopped and I'm thinking we're there.
Yeah.
And then I pop up and I'm like, oh, where's the oil rig? They're like, no, we're only a quarter of the way there. We got another 120 miles to go or whatever it is.
So they would just stop so you guys can go into the water, go to the bathroom, get back in?
Everyone's just peeing off the back of the boat.
Okay. Yeah.
So
I was like, I'm not
everybody
getting in that water.
Well, it is interesting. Nobody said anything about getting in the water, but the second mate, we were calling it nipples and all sorts of other things. Number 2, he said that a lot of times when people get sick out there, they put them in the water, and that's like what heals them. And I'm like, I didn't know that people just got in the water when you're that far out there. He goes, yeah, if someone's puking, we just put them right in the water, and that heals them.
What?
Yeah.
I'd rather puke. I'm not getting in that water. That sounds terrifying.
It probably would make you puke and do other things out of your body. So that trip that day was absolutely insane, and it was actually pretty funny because there was talks of a curse. Like that first night just did not go the way that anybody thought. And one of the dudes that came with Burke, the day before, he did not know. But when we first got there, the captain and his mate were talking about how their lucky charm is Publix fried chicken and pickles. Like they've got to have the Publix chicken and the pickles. That's their good luck charm. They've been doing it. They have to have it. And we had been talking about it all morning. These guys weren't in yet. Well, we were at the boat and they got to the house. Long story short, they ate the captain's chicken.
Oh.
So, of course, considering everybody was just looking for a reason to pounce, I immediately start telling this dude, it's your fault. You ate the chicken, so that's why all this happened. So the next day, no joke, Burke gets on the boat with like 6 pounds of fried chicken. To the point to when we got out there, he was actually throwing fried chicken into the water to try and give a gift to the sea. And dude, they were not really hitting when we got out there. And the thing is on that last bit of the trip on that second day, I moved spots in the boat to the back of the boat, and I'm just an idiot, I guess, because I was kind of trying to doze off, and I have the worst sunburn I've ever gotten all down my legs. And I stand up when we get out there, and it was the only time and the first time I was just unwell. Like I thought I was going to puke. I didn't know what I needed to do. I could not. I was like, let me try and eat something. I couldn't eat anything. And so I'm just like doubled over in the back of the boat, and they're all just like the whole talking, because at this point, I've got to say, I am the only person who has not reeled in a fish.
Oh, no,
So the whole talk of the day is we're getting John a fish.
Yeah.
John's got to get a fish. Today's the day. And they had lost some big ones. Dude, Allstott had a monster on the night before that got right up to the boat, too. At that point, probably the biggest fish yet, right up to the boat. It didn't make it in. I don't know. I don't know why or how, and nobody really seemed to know. So it's John's got to get a fish, and they're, get a pull, John, get a pull. And I'm just unwell. I'm telling him, I'm like, I can't yet. I'm not ready. Finally, the captain comes up to me. He says, "Take this effing pole. Get a fish." So immediately upon taking the pole, I got a big one on. And when these things, I'm not a very well-traveled fisherman, but when this fish takes your line, it's like you're fighting, all the power in the world. Like the strength of this fish is just unbelievable. So I immediately get one on when I grab the pole, and everyone's like, "Oh, here it is, here it is." It goes around, it starts running around the back of the boat to the point to where the captain has to take my pole and like go get like in the motors, and something happens, it's gone.
Oh. So you still didn't catch one. But okay, so at this point, you're not catching anything, but are you having fun because you're with the boys and everything like that? Or is it because you're expecting so much from this trip as far as like, oh, it's so easy to get these fish. Everyone's getting fish, and now you're like, God damn.
Well, I will say that the captain was absolutely, undeniably very mad. Like he was, and from his perspective, he's friends with these guys, and obviously you got Mike Allstott and these people on the boat. You want to have a big day.
Yeah.
He had dudes out the day before, having 3 and 4 tunas on at a time and bringing them up, and that had just been the way things had been. So he was getting upset.
Yeah.
And at this point, I think Alex.
How's he doing on the trip?
He's doing good. Yeah, he will just not complain or something. Like
he has his own boat though, right?
Yeah,
so he's used to it.
He's a rugged man's man. Even if he was not feeling well or anything was going on, he's just going to ride through it. So at this point, nobody's really catching much. Alex caught a big blackfin tuna yesterday and maybe one other one. And like time's winding down. Like we're running out of bait, and I don't even think I had taken the pole out again yet because I was sick and I wasn't throwing up. I just didn't feel well. And after I lost the first one on the second day, I just was feeling a little bit defeated. Come back to throw another one out. So I throw it out. And when I tell you, the feeling on the end of this pole was like nothing I've ever experienced in my life. It immediately was different than anything I had felt up until that point. And the captain comes over and he takes the pole for a second. He's like, this is a real fish. He's like, you got over 100-pound tuna on this line.
Oh my God.
So, dude, you get it. They put this belt on you, and you get so
you don't get sucked into the water.
So the belt then has a little notch in it where you put the pole.
Oh, okay.
And you're just fighting, dude.
Yeah.
You're just fighting, and there's a technique to it where you got to go low and then pull it up in the air to pull them up, and then reel it up as you go down. And I was feeling really good about it, but I was dying. Like I probably fought it for, 20, 25 minutes maybe. I'm not even really sure of the time. I fight it for that long. And it's very normal that people will trade on and off. You got to have somebody else, tap in for a little bit.
So you don't get too tired and it gets away.
So then at one point, this tuna started just doing circles around the boat. So it's like we almost lost the captain because he had to run to the front of the boat to make sure that he didn't get up underneath the trolling motors and stuff. It was just a spectacle. It was the most intense thing I'd ever been a part of, where you're just fighting. And so somebody else takes the pole for maybe 10 minutes. I'm not sure how long it was. And then he's like, all right, it's time to finish this thing. And, dude, I'm burning. And I can't even tell everybody. My arms are shot. My legs are shot.
Let me see your hands. Did you get blisters and stuff
nothing,
from it? Okay.
Nothing too much. Nothing. And then keep in mind, I've also have not been well up until this point. So I'm just literally, I'm fighting for my life. And I'm reeling and I'm reeling and I'm reeling. And I still think there's a long way to go. And the captain says, oh, he's here. He's here. Look at this fish. And I look down there, dude, and here comes a beast from the bottom of the sea. Absolutely would have been the biggest tuna of the weekend.
Yeah.
And dude, I see it. It's coming right at us. The captain has the gaff. He's got the thing. He's ready. He's ready to stab it. At this point, we've been fighting it for maybe 45 minutes. All of the bones in my body are weak. My muscles are absolutely burning. Like I'm physically about to break down. And he's like, you got to go up. You got to go up one more time. And I pull up.
Snap.
And he was gone.
Oh.
Dude.
How defeated.
Dude.
Did you curse out loud?
Dude.
Did you just see if it was me? That happens to me. It breaks off. I'm putting the pole. I'm done today.
Dude, I literally, and it was funny because we talked about what if there would have been video footage of this. I just crumbled to the ground. I literally just fell damn near into the fetal position.
Yeah.
And I was just spent. And it was one of the most defeating feelings I can experience in recent memory. Like, it was just to see it right there, and the whole buildup of the whole thing with not only was I going to get a fish, I was going to get the biggest tuna of the weekend. I just sat on the ground, and dude, the boat was dead silent for probably 30 minutes. Like, it was sad.
That was your Moby Dick.
That was my Moby Dick moment, and
the one that got away,
dude. So I never brought in a fish.
Not one.
Nope.
Well, we'll count the bait, right? That was count.
Dude, I was killing it on the bait the second day. I was
Not
killing it on
one
the bait.
fish.
Dude.
Now, does this motivate you more?
Oh, yes. I have to.
Okay.
I already messaged so I'm now following the captain on Facebook, and I was looking at pictures of people bringing up big ones, and I messaged him and I said, dude, I gotta come back.
You have to.
I gotta do that. It's when you're in the thick of it, it's just like, dude, this is hardcore, and I don't know if I'd want to do this again, just because it's a lot. And but I will tell you, having had the fish right there in front of my face, a tuna that was
looked it in the eyes.
Looked it right in the eyes, and that's what I said to him. It may be worse that I saw it.
Yeah,
because it legit.
It winked at you before.
I thought we had a ways to go still. Like, I didn't know that it was getting to the point to where we were about to get it on the boat. And as soon as it got right up to the edge of the boat, I saw it, and everybody was like, "Oh!"
Yeah.
And before the moment could even be had, it was gone.
You know what my favorite part of the story is? The fish is back to his fish friend saying,
Dude.
yeah, he thought 20 minutes around the boat. And just before he pulled me in, gave him a little wink in front of all his friends.
It was something else. And I mean, I think we were out of there shortly after that. Like, that was pretty much the end of the day. And then here's the other thing. So you go through all that, and then you got to hunker down for the 4 hour,
it's on your mind.
3 hour plus. It seemed different there and back, but
the photo, I think, actually you reshared Alex's, I think, when the lights are all on the rig. That was an awesome shot too. I was like, wow, these guys are really out there.
I do have some stuff, and I was putting up a lot of stuff on the story, which is probably now gone, but there's stuff on my Facebook and Instagram at the John Senning of the whole excursion. But it really was one of the more hardcore things that I probably ever done. And then yesterday we had pretty much a leisurely day. We had to go and the captain goes and cleans all the fish. That was another thing. The best freaking tuna you've ever had in your life. So that's the second night we got back, the captain prepared just
all of it himself. Oh, that's awesome.
Just all these, yeah. So we had sashimi, and then he did steaks with like the tuna steaks with salad. So I kept telling them it felt like stolen valor.
Yeah.
But I did come home with a nice haul of tuna as well.
Now, did these guys feel for you and kind of be like, damn, he did all that work, let's not mess with him? Or they're like,
there was no. I will tell you, they could have been much, much harder on me.
Yeah.
They really could have been, because everybody was being pretty hard on everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, the ball busting that the captain took it was. I mean, I was feeling for the guy, and they're all friends, so everybody was in on it. But it was just great camaraderie, fellowship.
Did they bring out
great dudes?
Plates of food, and then they brought an empty plate? Like, well, this is your haul.
Yeah, well, that was the thing. So we started divvying it up. I'm like, dude, I don't know if I feel comfortable taking it.
Yeah.
So like, you absolutely have to take some. So I think for the most part, everybody got one, maybe two, maybe somebody got three between the 2 days. But I think overall, the best case scenario was everybody's getting multiple massive yellowfin, and that didn't exactly go down that way. But it was a hell of an experience of a lifetime. And we pretty much went like bar hopping on the boat yesterday. So we went up to Floribama, which I didn't even know. Dude, this place, it's actually called Floribama. I didn't really know that this place existed. It is a bar that is on the Florida-Alabama line. Half of it's in Florida, half of it's Alabama. It's like 15 bars in one. Is
that where the show was shot and stuff?
It's got to be somewhere around that. We didn't put it together, but it's also where they had the big Morgan Wallen music festival.
Is that what
over
the bras
weekend.
were?
That was, I don't know what the hell those were.
That wasn't for Morgan Wallen?
No, that just lives in there. But I mean, they've got like 5 or 6 beach bars. It's on the beach bars. Then you go into this other room, and it's like a dingy little honky tonk where they're doing country music in the middle of the day. Then they got bars that have pool tables, and it was a spectacle. And then we probably went a little too hard yesterday, honestly. And then we were up at about 4:45 this morning to get back to the airport. And
you probably felt so good on that plane ride, or I lied. You probably went from that plane ride into straight back to work mode, right?
Yeah, it was interesting. There was not today was interesting waking up because it wasn't like there was a crash in sight. I was like, I need to power through this and then get to work, and tonight will be when I finally get the crash a little bit. But it was absolutely an experience of a lifetime, and I have to find a way to reel in it too.
You haven't been home at all then? You came straight.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, that bed's gonna feel nice tonight.
Yeah, it is. It is. And there was the room that we stayed in was like the bro bunk. So it was me, Rich, and Alec. So, 3 bros like sharing the beds in one room. So I did sleep pretty well. When your sleep is, so sporadic and you've been out on the water for that long, it's crazy. But it was it was something that I didn't know what to expect. And it was better and more intense than I could have ever imagined. and I would do it again.
Did you bring some Uncrustables? Snacking some Uncrustables?
Dude, it was really, I will tell you, the first day, the snacking was heavy, dude. We went to Publix and just got so much subs. You're just eating out there, just everything. And the second day was much rougher.
Yeah.
Like the ride out there was, when that boat hits, it's like, boom. Boom!
Yeah,
I mean, you just feel it throughout your entire body. But
offshore sending, look at you, dog.
I didn't throw up, which was all I could ask.
Speaking of that, though, were they wearing the patches, or were you the only one patched up?
I think I gave a couple to Rich. He may have been the only one that was patched up. Which I don't know what I could have done more the second day. I literally had the patches, I had the Dramamine, I had my little inhaler. I was still ripping the pen. I think when I moved out to the front of the boat, I think I got so burnt in a short period of time that I think I was actually more like sun poisoning than I was seasick.
Yeah.
I think dude, they're still pretty red right now, but
what was the weather like? Was it like 90s out there?
It was just hot. Whew. It was just hot. That's all there really is to it. It was a spectacle. But again, thank you to Rich and Mike Allstott and to Captain Tommy and everybody. It was a hell of an experience. When we come back, I felt really, really bad about this. I am just a failure. But we never picked a winner for the Metallica Meltdown. I listened to these in the airport, on the airplane. I was listening to some in bed last night. I'm going to just come out and say it. I did not think that there were that many that were very good. I picked what I thought was the best 3 or 4. We're going to play them next. We're going to pick a winner for the Metallica Meltdown for tickets to the Night One show with Limp Bizkit. And I also have something else from the trip that happened to me this morning at the airport. People say this. People say that this happens to them. I had never experienced it. I have now. And I'll tell you what it is next with more Sending Show.
Sometimes I feel like I don't have a
The time to go solar is now. The average Solar Bear customer is saving over $2,000 a year by switching to solar. Solar Bear is a local company that's been in business for over 10 years and served over 10,000 satisfied customers and has a 4.7-star Google rating with over 1,300 reviews. That's how they got to be the #1 solar installer in the state of Florida. Storm season's coming. We're going to get into it a little bit later. They're already watching a wave coming off of Africa. Not trying to freak everybody out, but make your plans now. Don't be messing with the generator, worrying about a gas line that could go underwater or being in line for gas. You go solar, you get the backup power, and you'll be covered. And right now, when you sign up, the first 12 months are free. That's right, no payments for 12 months. Give them a call today for a free estimate and check them out online at solarbear.com.
You're listening to Setting Show on 102.5 The Bone. Download the free Bone app to listen to us anywhere. Sponsored by Mark Spain Real Estate.
Get your guaranteed offer at markspain.com. For decades, Camtech School of Construction has been the leader in preparing thousands of people to advance their career as a licensed contractor. Join Camtech's free info seminar tonight, 7 p.m. Embassy Suites, USF, 3705 Spectrum Boulevard in Tampa. 1-800-875-PASS. CamtechSchool.com.
John Senning here for Solar Bear. You know, every year the power company charges you more and gives you less. But at Solar Bear, they're flipping the script. They're going to give you 12 months of solar power
power completely free and long-term savings after that. They're locally owned and been in business for over 10 years and rated 5 stars by thousands of happy homeowners. You can own your power, lock in your rate, and stop the monthly stress. Let your roof work for you. Call Solar Bear and start saving today or visit solarbear.com.
And now, breaking news. You leaving me. Your state-of-the-art 65-inch 4K smart television. For going out with friends and not staying in to watch TV. Sources confirm that is a terrible decision. Picture-in-picture mode. Do your friends have that? Can they simultaneously stream live sports and extreme baking shows? How about I make everything sepia? Whatever you want, I'll do it. Just don't put me on standby.
Don't listen to your TV. Head out with your friends and grab some ice-cold Heinekens. Must be 21 plus to purchase. Enjoy Heineken responsibly.
I'm Ultima Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Every time one of my children started driving, it was terrifying. Thousands of accidents happen across the country. We see it every day. If you've been injured in a car accident, call us.
Dial pound law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Mom and Dad seem different after a European-style holiday on MSC Cruises.
Call us Cloud and Yvette.
The ship had restaurants, shops, and nightlife.
La Galleria.
And of course, American touches like an aqua park and a sweets shop.
American je ne sais quoi.
Mom, you're from Wisconsin.
Wisconsin, Kevin.
Book now and save up to 40% off. Plus, kids sail free. MSC Cruises. Let's holiday. To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
Hey, Bay Area, Randy here. During the Summer Starts Here sales event now through Memorial Day, we've got nearly 1,000 RAV4s, Tundras. I'm looking at Tacomas, Camrys, Corollas. Select new models with smoking hot prices and low leases available. Plus, it costs less to own a new Toyota with 4-year maintenance included. Get to Sun Toyota before Memorial Day, because when you make it Sun Toyota, we make it happen. Call 800-369-3367 for more details.
Sun Toyota.com. I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets with nowhere to go, but I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year. For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there, providing hot meals, a safe place to sleep, medical care, and love.
They just really genuinely just wanted to help me succeed, and I'm succeeding.
To learn more, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
1 in 4 Americans have a disability. I'm one of them. I'm also a working mom who cares deeply about making sure every child with a disability thrives by getting their access needs met. We've got a trusted ally by our side. Easter Seals provides children and families the foundation for lifelong success through early learning programs, skills training, and prep for college and career. That's my Easter Seals. Make it yours. Join us at easterseals.com.
Hey, it's Mike Rohn. If I have a choice, I like to do business with companies that actually stand for something. That's why I switched from Verizon to Pure Talk. No offense to Verizon, I'm sure they stand for something. I just don't know what it is. Pure Talk, on the other hand, is a veteran-owned company that supports our military in a big way, and I appreciate that. Yeah, I also appreciate unlimited talk and text and plenty of data for half the cost of the big guys, and I do like being on America's most dependable 5G network for just $20 a month, but what I really appreciate is no contract, no cancellation fees, and Pure Talk's commitment to handle all their customer service in this country. I saw it for myself. I went to Georgia, I got a tour of their headquarters, I met their CEO, and I talked to the same customer service folks that you'll talk to when you dial pound 250 and say keyword Mike Rowe. Switch today and save 50% off your first month when you dial pound 250 and say keyword Mike Rowe. Pure Talk, a wireless company that actually stands for something.
It's win big or go home in the NBA playoffs at Hard Rock Bet, but not for new customers. New signups get bonus bets up to $100 if their first bet doesn't win. And if you're ready to make every point count, get on Hard Rock Bet right now. You can bet on rebounds, assists, and more. And what about every goal, shot, and save? No matter which sport you prefer, Hard Rock Bet makes it easy to bet on the playoffs in just a few easy taps. All you need to do is download the Hard Rock Bet app or simply go to hardrock.bet. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida, must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Call 888-MINUTE.
If you need to hire, it seems like the whole process can be exhausting. You search resumes, wait for the right candidates to apply, set up initial interviews. It's a lot of time and work. Well, what if you could meet with qualified candidates for your job the very next day? Now you can with Zip Intro from ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Zip Intro is super easy to use. You simply pick a time, and it does all the work of finding and scheduling qualified candidates for you. Then you can choose who you want to talk to and meet with great people on back-to-back video calls as soon as the next day. Best of all, you save time and energy.
Try Zip Intro for free right now at this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Zip Intro. Post jobs today. Talk to qualified candidates tomorrow. Once again, go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
Time marches on, and a lot has changed. But one thing has not changed. Washington regulations on local stations. Regulations that make it tough for local TV and radio stations to compete with global big tech platforms. If you want to keep local news, weather, and live sports on TV and radio, we need updated regulations. Tell Washington to modernize the rules to help local stations compete. Learn more at nab.org/modernize the rules. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
It's the start of a new season of Raise deals, and they're so good, even Raymond is buying. Drive a new Honda Pilot, just $479 a month, or a new Honda Accord, just $259 a month. Even Raymond is buying. It's the start of a new season of Raise deals. Don't miss out. Claim your Raise deal today at Crown Honda, the better way to buy and service. Call 800-509-4942 for complete details.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio, sponsored by Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
You might know nothing, but at least you'll know that thing. Brought to you by Just Call Mo, Tampa's injury attorney. That thing. It's time for That Thing, right now on Senning Show.
1, 2, you know what to do.
Senning Show, getting back to it. 800-771-1025.
Y'all know me, still the same OG, but I've been low-key, hated on by most these with no cheese, no deals and no G's, no wheels.
He is Dizzy. Hit us up on social media at the John Senning, at Dizzy for Mayor. The Bone Summer Beach Bash. It is going to be a spectacle. Do not be left out. Going down July 18th through the 20th. Sky Beach Resort in St. Pete. Everybody you love from the Bone is going to be out there. Events going on starting Friday at around 11 all the way through Sunday morning. All right, so last week we did the Metallica meltdowns for night one of the Metallica tour coming to town when they're with Limp Bizkit. I got to get rid of these tickets. I feel terrible that I made everybody wait, but I will also say I spent just so much time listening to these whenever I could. They're not good. I mean, I don't know any other way to say it. I mean, I've heard people say that the open mic doesn't allow you enough time to be funny and to do what we were asking to do. Maybe that is true, but I maybe had a little too much faith. So, Diz, I hate to do this to you. I've pulled 1, 2, 3. I've pulled 4. And I pretty much, I'm going to ask you to listen to each one of them one time and then pick a winner.
Got it.
Okay. Now I'm not saying somewhere there could have been some that were mildly better than these, but I think the winner might be in here. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's go.
We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it quick, and here we go. This is Peter, Metallica Meltdown. Peter.
This goes out to Sean or John or whatever your name is, you first-time caller. Woo, I saved lives.
By the way, I need to set this one up because it was prudent in the moment. We had a guy that called up who just kind of started us giving us a like a sad tale of all the things that were going wrong in his life. Do you remember that?
I do remember that.
So I should have set it up. This was in response to that caller.
This goes out to Sean or John or whatever your name is, you first-time caller. Ooh, I saved lives. Ooh, I have handicapped parents. Whatever. I'm over it. I tap ass and drink beer. Get off your ass and make a Metallica breakdown like this one, you lazy bitch.
Gotta say.
I thought it was pretty.
That was pretty good.
That was pretty good. He called it a Metallica breakdown. The branding wasn't quite right, but that's up there. That's up there as far as I'm concerned. That was Peter, by the way.
He's pandering to me because I love a good person like, hey, F this guy, right?
There was always some good, there's always a good, battle to be found.
Yeah.
Here we go. This is Freddie.
Sup, Sonny? Hot jobber here. Work 6 to 8 days a week. Tired of this? Tired? Willing to do anything for them tickets? I'll give it a little sloppy toppy, and I'll give it Dizzy a reach around while I do it. Let me get those tickets, brother.
That might have just been a charity pick, honestly, there. This is Allison.
My meltdown is this goddamn traffic. Trying to listen to 102.5 The Bone in peace, and I can't because I'm surrounded by assholes that don't know how to drive. Have you ever seen a movie Falling Down? Call me Michael
I
Douglas because I'm about to lose my
like that.
That was pretty good.
That was good.
And
was good.
And it's a lady.
If she would have went aggressive with it, hands
she
down
was a little
would've been the
too.
winner.
She was a little too sweet. This is the last one, Diz. You got to pick. You got to pick a winner.
Hey guys, this is Dwayne. I'm more of a Miley Cyrus guy, but my wife's a big Metallica fan, so she said if I could win some tickets, I could take the apron off this weekend. So help me out, man. Put your hands up, we're playing our song, butterflies go away.
That one made me laugh.
So I will say,
if it made me
these
laugh,
are the top ones.
If it made me laugh, I put it in here, and honestly, not much made me laugh. Diz, I hate to put it all in your court, but those are your options.
For me, there's two clear standouts.
Okay.
The first one with the guy.
Yeah, who had beef with the other caller.
Yes. And then the girl.
Yeah. You want to listen to Peter again?
Let's listen to them both again.
This goes out to Sean or John or whatever your name is, you first-time caller. Ooh, I save lives. Ooh, I have handicapped parents. Whatever. I'm over it. I tap ass and drink beer. Get off your ass and make a Metallica breakdown like this one, you lazy bitch.
Dude,
I like the lazy bitch.
That feels like a winner, dude.
I'm
not trying to steer the.
My meltdown is this goddamn traffic. Trying to listen to 102.5 The Bone in peace, and I can't because I'm surrounded by assholes that don't know how to drive. Have you ever seen a movie Falling Down? Call me Michael . Because I'm about to lose my
I will say this. It pains me to say this, but if the girl went a little more aggressive and owned it, she would have been a clear winner.
Yeah.
I think the point of the guy calling in and saying, little bitch.
It felt the parameters a little more.
It felt more appropriate for what was going on.
You ready to call it, Peter?
Peter's my pick.
Peter, congratulations, buddy. It took us roughly about 7 days to do it, but we did it. You are the winner of the Metallica Meltdown open mic contest, and I'll find your information. I think your phone number was on the open mic, and I'll reach out to you. So thank you, Peter. Thank you to everybody else who put one in. Maybe next time when we ask you to do something on the app, we'll make it a little bit easier, and where you don't need to use as much imagination, I guess.
We're workshopping.
We are. We're trying everything around here. We're still in our infancy, dude. So this morning at the, you hear people talk about getting molested at the airport, and it's never happened to me. Like I've never once in my life had a TSA agent or anything happen where I felt like they touched me or searched me too strongly or anything like that, dude. This morning, when I tell you that I still kind of can't believe the way that I was searched.
Yeah.
I can't believe the way that I was searched. So dude, these Pensacola airport is like small as hell. So we get there, just minutes before the flight takes off. We had to check this big ass box of tuna. We check that and we get into line and, I put my shoes off just like you do. I go through the little machine and there's this dude on the other side and he's like, hey, and he pulls me over. He goes, look at this. And it's like the reading from the screen, from the x-ray screen. And he goes, you see this? He goes, you got something that's blowing up on your groin and on your backside. And I was like, oh, okay. He goes, I don't even know what he said, but he called it something. And he was like, I got to do this, this, and this. And I was like, okay, go for it. And this is when I knew things were about to go in an interesting direction. He goes, would you like to do it here or would you like to go to a private room?
Ooh.
And I'm like, what the hell is about to happen to me? And so I said, I'll do it here, sir. I'll please do it here. Dude, this guy got up in it. Like, I mean, everywhere. I mean, just, and very, very firmly. Like, he legit, so I think he only used the back of his hands, which I don't know if that's supposed to make it better. But when I tell you, like, full power of his body pushing up against first my band, and then he goes down right over the hog. I mean, he's just, so then he's like, I will say this, the people, my friends that were there watching, they said it looked like he was speed bagging my junk. Like he got into my groin region and just started like going like this, like just repeatedly like hitting it with the back of his hands.
Over the whatever pants you're wearing.
I'm just wearing shorts.
Yeah,
just over
yeah.
the shorts. So he's like, and then that was really the beginning, because then he starts going to the backside and he's like taking his hand, literally running it up my crack, like legit the back of his hand, like up and down in the crack, and then goes back around and goes on the super, super inside of my thighs, like all the way to where it hangs, and starts like getting up in like the crevices.
Yeah.
And it takes everything in me not to just bust out laughing. I mean, I'm just being literally molested. I mean, it's for a good cause, I suppose. And I had never in my life experienced a search quite like that. I will say I've been through an airport a handful of times, and it was very, very thorough to the point to where I felt a little bit uncomfortable.
Well, can I be that guy right now?
Please.
Do you know what hat you're wearing right now?
Oh, it's
sunburned
the
cannabis, and it's on a little boat. You were like, I was just on a boat hanging out with the boys. They're like, yeah, you're sneaking something.
Well, I will tell you, this is probably not, this shouldn't be talked about on the air or whatever, but
we're doing it.
I have just a little something, just a little pen that I had in my toiletry bag. So that's what, first of all, they weren't really worried about the bag, but I'm not really about testing the luck on the plane too much, especially in situations like this, because God forbid I get in trouble going there. I'm ruining everybody else's trip. There's an empty spot on the boat, all of that. And then coming back, I'm, not be here for the show, whatever it may be. So I was just paranoid about that. So once I saw my bag made it through, I'm like, okay,
we're good to go.
Which it's really, to me, not a big deal, because we were in Florida the whole time. Like, I don't think I would go across the country with anything, but I am a card-carrying medical patient in the state of Florida, and we never left the state of Florida. So I didn't feel, I'm sure it's frowned upon, but I didn't feel too crazy about it. But, man.
So you just stayed quiet the whole time while he's doing all this?
Yeah.
You didn't say anything like...
No, I don't know if
you didn't ask questions?
I don't know if I giggled. I don't know what I did, but I was just looking over at the guys who were waiting for me, just like cheesing, just with this big smile on my face, like, I don't know what to do. And I also don't know. Like, I'm wearing shorts that I'm not wearing a belt. Like, it's got a drawstring on it. He showed me on the scanner thing. I'll be curious to ask Mo when I see him later, because I know it's his area of expertise. Like, what happened? Like, what could they possibly have been seeing in my body that needed that calls for that type of pat down?
And it's weird that they brought you around like, hey, check this out. Maybe they want to judge your reaction, like how you would react seeing that.
I didn't know that they did that. I didn't know that they would be like, hey, look at this. This is where we're seeing something right now.
Like, if I saw that in a movie, I go, that doesn't happen, right?
Yeah, and then he did. He goes, he looks at the thing, he goes, hey, see that? And it was right in my groin, and then on my back, it was like it was yellow on my groin, and there was like a big red block on my butt. And he's like, oh, it's that time. He goes, you see this? Yeah, something's showing up here. I gotta get in there. I just wonder if I opted for the private room, like, would it have been even more thorough?
Yeah.
Would I have had to have taken my pants off if that had happened?
When he finished, what did he say to you? Like, oh, you're all good.
He was just like, you're good. I was like, well, I was about to finish, so we were so close. This hour's key word is, this is very, very appropriate, green. Head to the 102.5 The Bone app now and enter green before 30 minutes past the top of the hour, and the $1,000 Bone bonus could be yours. GREEN. Friendly reminder, if you get a call from a number that you don't recognize in the next 30 minutes, that could very well be one of the contest judges. So you're going to want to pick that call up. It is green. Go get that money. When we come back, we're switching things up a little bit this week. The schedule's a little off. We didn't get to hang with Joj yesterday. So Judge Juicy will be in the building. I've got some. I think Dizzy's got, is it a personal something you got for her? Or is this something somebody sent you?
What are you talking about?
For Joj.
No, it was the image I showed you.
Oh. Okay,
yeah.
okay.
I do have some from the last that we didn't use. I could send you.
I got like 3 or 4 too. Right. So, okay. Also, go to the 102.5 The Bone Instagram and look at the sweet artwork that Dizzy cooked up as well for Judge Juicy. She will join us next on Setting Show. Wild Fork Foods. I just love being so closely affiliated with Wild Fork, because everybody, over the weekend, even multiple people, tell me about Wild Fork. Do you really love Wild Fork as much as you say you do? And I tell them, I absolutely do. It is the only protein that I cook up in my house. I do have some fresh tuna now, if we're being 100% honest. From seafood to rare cuts of meat, you want a giant tomahawk ribeye, they've got that. You want to dabble in some Wagyu, maybe something a little crazy like some yak, bison, rabbit. They really do have everything. Sides, seasonings, baked goods, desserts. Locations in South Tampa, West Chase, and 4th Street North in St. Petersburg. You can get it ordered, and you can order it and deliver it right to your house. You can order it and pick it up in store, or just go on a shopping spree. Get your hands on it. See what's going on. And always at wildforkfoods.com.
You're listening to Setting Show on 102.5 The Bone. The Bone Bonus is back. The Bone is giving you $1,000 5 times a day, every weekday. Listen to The Bone for your chance to win $1,000 at 8 a.m., 10 a.m., noon, 2, and 5 p.m. every weekday. Good news, The Bone Bonus is tariff-free. It's The Bone Bonus, hooking you up with cash every single weekday. Presented to you by Farah & Farah, Tampa's accident attorneys. FarahandFarah.com. The Bone Bonus is back. 102.5 The Bone. Real, raw radio.
Our massive Kia mega sale is going on now at Ken Ganley Kia Newport Richie. Buy with 0 down, 1.9% financing, or make no payments for 90 days. Sign and drive a new Kia from just $259 lease per month. 0 due at signing. $25K for 36 months, 10K miles per year, no security deposit required. $259 a month, 0 due at signing. Bad credit, no credit, negative equity. If you earn at least $500 a week, we want to say yes, you're approved for a new 2025 Kia. Get massive savings on over 1,200 new Kias at Ken Ganley Kia Newport Richie on US 19. KenGanleyKiaNewportRichie.com. Tell them Mackenzie sent you, because I want to see ya in a Ken Ganley Kia.
25 Sportage, $1,748 per month per 1,000 finance, 90-day deferred payment through Ally Bank, plus tax, tag, title, and doc fee on approved credit through KMF. Expires 5/31/25.
At Bernetti PA, if you've been injured in an accident, we make it quick, easy, and convenient to hire us. You can rest assured that somebody is on your side. Call 1-800-BERNETTI. We're ready. Offices Lakeland, Tampa, St. Pete.
Memorial Day savings all month long at Crown Hyundai.
Get financing as low as 0%. Buy with 0 down or make no payments for a year on over 700 new tariff-free Hyundais. Drive a new 2025 Hyundai Tucson SE for only $259 a month. All backed by owner assurance, America's best warranty, including a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Crown Hyundai, the better way to buy and service.
Visit CrownHyundai.com.
With approved credit, 36-month lease, 10K miles a year, $39.99 due at signing plus dealer fee and electronic filing fee.
Drip, drip, drop. Are you tired of leaky faucets, climbing into a tub with water that never gets to that right temperature? Well, the folks over at Climate Design Home Services can help. They've got licensed plumbers on staff that can stop those leaky faucets and install a new hot water tank in less than a day, even the tankless kind that'll save you money. Doesn't matter if it's a clogged drain, sewer line replacement, or even repiping. Call Climate Design Home Services. They will take care of all your needs. 727-295-1572. That's 727-295-1572. Or you can simply go to climatedesign.com and get that leaky faucet fixed today. Say goodbye to that annoying drip, drip, drop, and go to climatedesign.com and say goodbye to those drips. ClimateDesign.com.
Skip the hassle of constant cleaning and sell your home stress-free with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. Hi, this is Mark Spain. With a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate, you can sell your home stress-free, make the most money, and move on your timeline. One of our clients, Tyra, said, thanks to Mark Spain Real Estate, our home had several cash offers within 24 hours of it being on the market, and we closed in less than a month. Find out what your guaranteed offer would be and close in as little as 21 days. There's no obligation. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
Involved in a car accident? We understand the pressure you're under. Call Farah & Farah. Tampa.
Experience the summer of music with Neutral and 102.5 The Bone. You could win tickets to some of the biggest shows of the year, including Thomas Rhett, The Weeknd, Jason Aldean, or you could win one of dozens of Neutral prizes like coolers and hats. Neutral. Keep it tasty. Just visit any participating Circle K location in Florida and scan the QR code on the Neutral Summer of Music poster to enter.
If you suffered an injury at a place of business, dial pound wall. That's all. Morgan & Morgan.
John Setting here for the Cava Social Club in downtown Bradenton, an absolute gem. If you're looking for the ultimate night out, look no further than Wednesday karaoke night. Trust me when I say it is the best karaoke experience around, featuring an amazing sound and lighting system that's going to make you feel like a superstar. Even if you don't hit all those notes, you're going to look fantastic on that big, beautiful stage. It's all about having fun, and the energy is absolutely contagious. All participants are invited on stage together for group sing-alongs. It's the perfect way to get everyone involved, and anyone who knows me knows my love for the 90s. So their 90s at 9 is my favorite hour of music, and it always delivers. But that's not all. Cava Social Club is the freshest Cava and Kratom teas to keep your vibes high while you sing your little heart out. So why wait? Join me for one of the liveliest events and an unforgettable time. Check them out at cavasocialclub.com and on all social media at Cava Social Club for all the latest updates. And I'll see you there. Boola, baby!
And a lot of people, when they come in, they'll say, I'm usually much more active, but since I've been in pain, I've had to limit the activities I'm doing.
You're listening to Janelle, Arch Support Specialist at the Good Feet store.
He came in and he wanted to be able to keep up, play sports with his kids. From there, we figure out which arch supports complement those activities. I fit him with the arch supports, and as I followed up with him, he's messaged me and said, I took my kids to the park today. We're walking, we're exercising, riding the bikes, and those are all things that he wasn't doing before because he was in pain.
For over 25 years, the Good Feet store's arch support specialists have been helping folks to live the life they love without foot, knee, hip, or back pain getting in the way.
Our goal is to have that long-term change for them. That's what's most important, is knowing that you leave an impact on someone's life. And I like that.
Try them for yourself. Stop in for a free personalized fitting and test walk at the Good Feet store.
Visit any of our 5 locations throughout Tampa, St. Petersburg, and Sarasota, and at goodfeet.com.
Take advantage of the Employee Pricing Plus event at Cherry Home Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. We'll double your down payment on a new ride up to $10,000. And your first 3 payments are on us at the #1 Ram dealer in the U.S. Tampa is home country. Online at cherryhome.com. Call 1-800-210-6286 for complete details.
Hi, I'm Patrick Thomas.
And I'm Heather Thomas from Bolt Electric, where we believe that the right way is the only way to do home electrical.
We believe the National Electrical Code is really the minimum standard, not the maximum standard.
We believe you deserve better electrical parts and better service.
We believe in ongoing training for our electricians.
Because there's no end to learning and improving.
Because at Bolt, we believe your safety is our core priority. Electrical problem? Call Bolt.
Online at boltelectric.com.
Mike Calta here from my friends at Zen Film Solutions. You can find them online at zenfilmsolutions.com or give them a call at 813-TINTING. Because if you're driving around in a car in Florida with no tint, you are crazy. Factory smoke glass does nothing for heat rejection. And if you want to protect yourself from love bugs this season, get paint protection for your car, windshield protection film, and color-changing wraps. If you're driving around in a car and you don't like the color, simply change it with a wrap. Hit them up online at zenfilmsolutions.com or call them up at 813-TINTING and tell them Mike Calta sent you.
102.5 The Bone. Real Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. And 107.3 WXGL HD2 St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio. And now, back to Senning Show. With your host, John Senning.
Ooh, baby, gonna get to you, girl.
Oh, yeah.
Step by step.
Welcome back to Senning Show. I'm John Senning. He's Dizzy. We're a day behind. Every Tuesday, today's Wednesday, we like to welcome in Judge Juicy. You got some juicy stuff going on in your life. Love-related, sex-related, family-related, life. We're joined by the lovely JoJo, who's going to help you through all of it. I don't know, by the way, if I've ever properly conveyed to you what a big New Kids on the Block fan I was when I was young.
No, I did not know that.
So I was obsessed with the Garth Brooks did it too at some point, but there was a period of time where New Kids on the Block would have like specials. Like, it would be on TV and you would watch a New Kids on the Block concert. And I was so obsessed with it that at one point I got the New Kids on the Block stage with all of the action.
Oh my God,
you did. Yes, I did.
I need your mother to send pictures ASAP.
And the thing is that I would incorporate it in with my wrestling.
You did tell me this.
Yeah, so I would
this
have
now.
I would have like the stage, the New Kids on the Block stage would be where like the wrestlers enter from. And then sometimes the boys would chop it up in the ring a little bit.
They were my favorite. They were my first concert.
Who's your favorite in there?
Joey McIntyre.
So Joey McIntyre, Doug, and JoJo. F1, marry one, kill one.
Oh, it's good.
Oh, well. Oh. Wait, who are my choices again?
Joey McIntyre.
Uh-huh.
JoJo, my cousin.
Oh.
And Dougie Fresh. Doug.
Well, kind of been there, done that. At least one of them, I would think.
Don't lead the witness.
But are you not ready to? Are you not ready to?
Juice. The juice is loose. It's JoJo.
All right, we're ready.
Oh, I feel like, so Joey McIntyre is like obtainable in this scenario.
Yes.
So I don't just have to kill him because there'd be no chance.
No.
I'd probably kill him. Well, I thought about it.
Yeah.
But that was fun. So I would probably F that, marry Doug, kill.
Oh, wow. Look at that. Dougie.
I'd kill Joey.
Dude, coming in from behind with Dougie, with taking the lead.
I absolutely thought you were going to kill my cousin JoJo.
I thought I was considering it.
Yeah.
But
the Joeys, I was flip-flopping.
The fact that you're going to F him again.
He's putting it down.
He's putting it down, I guess.
By the way, I'm sorry if I'm bringing up something I'm not supposed to. You can just give me a look or something.
Oh, okay.
Did you have a thing with a boy band member? Am I remembering that correctly? Did you have like a fling with somebody?
I think it was a Pitbull toddler.
Was it no?
Well, no. It was not that boy band.
Oh, okay.
No. Was it Joey Fatone? Did you have is it something we don't talk about?
Oh my God, is that why you shrill for him so hard?
Dude, I think
he sucks.
Well, that's rude.
Out of all the NSYNC guys, he's the worst.
No.
He's
Dude,
absolutely the worst.
You don't make fun of the fat one like that.
No, you do not.
So who's the worst?
Huh?
Who's the worst in NSYNC?
Like as far like Chris Kirkpatrick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or Lance, because Lance is gay, so that I can't do.
Whoa.
Well, I'm saying like what I'm attracted to.
He's gay.
He's gay. I can't like him.
Or blind.
But you're not. Don't get off the hook though. So what? I won't ask for gory details. But was there something with?
Where does that even come from?
I just honestly was a little bug in the back of my mind, and when we came back, I thought of it. So you had
neither confirm nor deny.
I gotta say that's pretty cool. I don't know exactly. At this point, what did you sign an NDA or something? Why can't you talk about it?
It's just privacy, you know.
So was this like in his heyday, or was this things when winding down a little bit?
Winding down a little bit.
Okay. It was like a charity event or something. I mean, I know you.
No, that's how we met.
That was good. No, like I know you run in some highfalutin circles.
Yes.
Were you just at like?
We've been friends a long time.
Oh, you and Joey Fatone.
Yeah.
Wow.
Is he married now or?
No, he has a girlfriend.
Oh, he does. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just wondering if there's a chance that love getting rekindled at some point.
Oh, I doubt it.
Okay, clearly something you.
No, it was great. Obviously, it was fun, unexpected. Wow. But we've been.
You guys
we're
still
friends.
text?
His new girl, cute. No JoJo.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah,
Thank you.
He doesn't know what he's missing out on.
You're sweet.
Joj was the first face that I saw today, and when I got here, like where I was when I walked in this building compared to where I am right now is drastically different. And I don't even know exactly what they saw, but her and Johnny B were watching me like attempt to park when I got here. And
He used his blinker to turn into the parking space. There was nobody behind him. It's like an empty parking lot. And he was like driving through the parking lot with his blinker on. And then he just turned in.
Well, it was funny because I got up there and they're like, we've been watching you. And I thought they were like watching a video online. I was like, oh, yeah, good time. And they're like, no, we've been watching you drive in the parking lot. It was.
My window in my office overlooks it. And it was funny. And he said that was the fastest you've ever gotten out of the car. Normally you sit in there for a few minutes.
Well, I was very excited because I have all this fresh tuna. So I stopped at the Thai Walk next door and I picked up a giant batch of fresh.
Why didn't you save me any?
Jasmine rice.
Ooh.
So I'm going to make a little like sashimi platter tonight with some rice. And,
good for you. That sounds delicious.
Some fresh
I had a
food.
lot of sushi when I was in San Diego last week.
Dude, it's so good. It really is. Like when you get it and it's fresh. I mean, I've obviously loved tuna. I've had a lot of tuna. But like when you're eating tuna within 12 hours.
Yeah, it was
when
delish.
caught. It's crazy.
Do you love tuna?
Oh, I don't love cans. I don't. How that is even the same species or being is the most insane thing to me.
Tuna in a can?
Like this beautiful
Bumblebee tuna.
ruby red, delightful fish that's so pure you can just eat it raw. Compare that to the white, disgusting, rotten egg smelling canned tuna, and tell me how that is even in the same. Which is not even the same species, because that's an albacore, and this is like yellowfin.
But correct me if I'm wrong. You don't like tuna casserole.
Yes. Okay. It's all canned tuna.
Okay, I'm just making sure we're on the same page.
You don't like a tuna noodle?
Oh my God, dude. That is just absolutely the most disgusting thing I could ever fathom. Like Danielle, like if there's a night where it's like, hey, I'm going to just worry about me. I'm going to cook myself up a steak, something, whatever it may be. She'll automatically go, well, then I'm going to make tuna casserole.
Oh my God. Yeah, it's delicious.
Dude, and she makes it with I don't know if this everybody does
peas
it.
And
no peas, but she uses like big chunks of cheddar. Like she take a block of cheddar and then cut it into cubes. And then it's got like breadcrumbs on the top. So it's just all like this gooey, cheesy with what other fish in the world would you eat with creamy, cheesy toppings on it?
I don't know. Probably any.
No.
Oh.
When's the last time you had fish smothered in cheesy cream?
Well, I feel like
it wasn't canned tuna.
Like a fillet of fish you can put cheese on.
Oh, who's saying that?
Well, I mean, I think you kind of just made my argument for me. In that you,
I didn't say it was like gourmet, but I'm not saying it's not like inedible.
Yeah, it's just I'm never going to be a canned tuna guy. And honestly, it's offensive, Diz, for you to even try and compare fresh. I mean, you love fresh. I mean, you've had fresh tuna, right?
Yeah.
You know how good
did
it
this
is?
morning. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You sounded like Mo over there.
That's
I forgot.
rude.
You were in on that.
That's rude.
So that all unfolded on the air.
That was live. Well, it wasn't live. What happened was off air, but
you ended up talking about it.
It had to be because it was crazy.
I got to tell you, I don't know if Mo's doctor is listening, but you need to cut that man back on the tee, dude. The man is horned up.
It was wild.
Dude, he's made more.
And you know me, I'm no you. I'm no prude.
Yeah.
So for me to feel uncomfy,
well, I mean, I saw her hands go up and shake. For a second, I go, "This must be what Cassie felt."
So where you draw the line is sharing his wife's juices. That's where you draw the line.
Well, I didn't even know that there were juices, and I was still grossed out. So I think it's probably just Mo.
It's not being aware she's sharing the juices.
Well, no,
I don't think she's not okay with sharing juices.
So this was all talked about on the air, right? I'm not speaking out of turn.
No,
here.
no.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not worried about anybody but Mo's wife.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, Joe she's fine.
I didn't do anything, though.
She didn't. You didn't.
I didn't ask for it. I didn't want it.
You're the victim here.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I'm on your side.
You're
Mo
not.
Is,
You're
Mo
not.
Is just.
I feel like you're victim shaming me right now.
Mo is insanely horny. He is now taking second place for horniest person in the building, right behind JoJo.
He tried to make me force him into a hug when I was leaving. I was like, "All right, man." He goes, "No, give me a hug." I'm like, "I'm good." He's
like, "Oh, come on,
humping your leg and stuff." It was so weird.
Just smell my finger, at least.
That's basically what he was doing.
Yeah, dude, Mo, man, dude, just dial that tee down a little bit. Yeah, that's probably what it is. He's on the tee and he's working out so hard. He's just got so much testosterone pumping into his body that he's just. It
was uncomfortable.
He's never said anything to me sexual ever in our entire friendship, and I swear twice in the last month he said things to me that were like, "I'm about to."
That's what he did yesterday.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, man, cool.
And I just went like, my eyes. I mean, and for me, for you to make me uncomfortable.
But that's such a great point because, like, when he had his show and I was featured on there, we would talk about a lot off air. I mean, a lot. Never heard anything.
Yeah.
No, me either.
Dude, he literally, I don't even know what we were texting about a couple weeks ago. And he was, the thing is, I just don't want to be offensive to his partner, but we were talking about nothingness. And I think we were talking about a bottle of whiskey or something. He's like, all right, well, I'm going to go eat this ass. And I'm like, oh, okay. All right.
The thing is like 10 years ago, I would have been like, oh, he's just making a joke. You know what I mean? Like, because that just wasn't his style to divulge that information.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Now he's not joking.
JP show, I think I mentioned this, at Down to Bowl. Melanie was just walking by and he grabbed her and he goes, "Look at this, Diz. Pretty good for a white girl." And he went, I'm like, yo.
This man is dialed up. He's got all the right juices flowing.
Not this one. You know what I'm saying?
All right, Judge Juicy. I've got some stuff I'd like to throw at you.
Just like hitting things.
With gavel in hand. We're live. I didn't mention it yet. Live on YouTube, live on Facebook. That's the thing that still happens, right? That didn't go away.
I haven't checked today. Let me see.
TheBoneOnline.com if you want to watch. When JoJo's in here, probably the best time to watch. If I'm just being 100 with you, and she's got the cleave popping. She's got the gavel and everything ready to go.
Okay.
All right. This just had the subject line, Judge Juicy.
Yes.
My wife asked.
Oh.
That's what it says.
Okay.
I am a 35-year-old male. My wife is a 37-year-old female. We've been together for 12 years. We have 2 kids together, and everything goes well for the most part. Over the last few years, her business has skyrocketed, and we've had the luxury of getting to treat ourselves. My wife has always been a good-looking woman, but she's made some significant changes. She's really feeling herself now.
Okay.
She goes away on business trips, and that's fine. She would come home and share about her trip and seemed to always talk about how there were guys hitting on her. I'm secure, and I wasn't really bothered. Before she left on her most recent trip, which was a 5-day trip, she asked me if she could have a hall pass with a person she frequently sees on this trip. I said, no, I'm not interested in sharing my wife, but I can't help but worry that she's going to do it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I'm stressing out, and I don't know how to move forward. Help me, Judge Juicy.
She's for sure going to bone this guy.
I thought this.
She was just trying to alleviate her guilt by asking you or letting you know.
I almost had to message this guy back and say, you guys have had to have swung or dabbled in that world before. Because if you're just a completely monogamous relationship and you've never done any of that and everything's just on the up and up, for her to just, before she goes on a work trip, to go,
yeah, but if she's making the monies now and she feels
and now she's
emboldened and she's powerful and she maybe got a little, Botox or a little nip tuck or whatever, and she said, I'm sorry?
The glow up.
Oh, yeah, glow up or a mommy whatever and mommy makeover. And so now she's feeling good. People are noticing, and where's he going to go if she's making all the money?
Can you go back, though? Like, once you're, let's just, for the sake of the argument, say they're not swinging and this really was out of left field. Can you go back? Like, once your wife has told you, I want to get railed by a stranger on a business trip, are you ever going to, like, be able to just
trust,
not think that she's going to do that no matter what?
I don't think so.
Yeah, what do you do?
It would always, I would always question. Now, I mean, I guess you have to just ask, when she comes home, and either you decide, are you going to believe what she says if she says, no, I didn't? Or are you going to question it? Is it going to cause a problem?
And the fact that she has all the money, I don't really know.
Yeah.
You don't very often hear about the men taking all of the women's money in a divorce situation, but he may be trapped a little bit if she's making all the money.
You've been together 12 years. So, you're in your late 20s when you get together, right? Or mid 20s?
Yes.
So you really haven't gone and done that much, you know what I mean? And sowed all your oats if you've met that young and you've been together a long time.
What's your general? Now, I know the term hall pass gets thrown around, and I think when people say it, they usually mean a famous person that's not attainable.
Correct.
And it's just a thing that you like to talk about.
Yes.
But other people maybe live in a world where a legitimate hall pass is a thing. What is Judge Juicy's ruling on a hall pass in general? Can it be beneficial?
I don't know.
Probably not, right?
Unless
listen, you're both into the swinging
at
lifestyle.
that point, to me, you're just opening up the door for group sex or some variation of it.
Yeah, so that would have to be a conversation as far as you as a couple. Like, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't open up to that.
Yeah,
I'm too jealous.
Lord knows the crews had plenty of that. Like,
people.
Oh, I thought you meant me. I was like,
sorry.
I thought so too.
No.
He was like, "Yeah, you were opened up all crews."
Okay, that, but not with other people, like multiple people.
But there were proposals out there on the cruise.
There were proposals for you to
oh,
get
not
in the mix?
me, for you, Diz.
You didn't have either. You had to.
I know.
Oh, dude, were they trying to bring you and Nicole in?
You didn't.
I did not.
You did not.
No.
ruling. You're lying.
Yeah.
Lie.
Were people trying to get you and Nicole to swap?
The amount of people that were trying to get us. Yes.
Dude, I can't help but feel like the Bone fam is inherently swinger friendly.
Yes.
Like, I think a lot of people who are
Which I think
hardcore-
if that works for you and you're on the same page, then that's great. But I think that
I could never.
No.
I'm too jealous.
Me
Way
too.
too jealous.
I think people think they need to introduce that, like, to spice up or keep things exciting in the bedroom when there might be other ways for some people. I couldn't do it. But I definitely think this woman went she was going to do it either way, whether you said yes or whether you gave her permission to go and hang out with this guy. And it's going to be up to him whether he trusts her moving forward, if he wants to have a discussion of a more open marriage. But yeah, I don't see her staying faithful.
Did you see the fireman video?
No.
Oh.
Okay, you were away for this, but it was a viral moment on TikTok where a fireman was at his 40th birthday party and he brought his wife on stage and she thought she was going to get a new ring. And he was like, oh, yeah, let me get the old one. He goes, yeah, we're going to upgrade it, blah, blah, blah. He gives her like a hard kiss.
Oh, no.
And then he's like, I know everything, bitch.
Oh,
and
damn.
In front of the family and everything. And he's like, you want me to show everyone the texts and stuff?
I love a good.
He
moment.
was like, F you F and
damn.
C. In front of like the whole Nana and Papa were there. Everybody.
Oh, man.
The girl recording was like, are you sure? Are you sure?
Oh, that is.
No, what's happened? Everybody was like so confused at first and thought he was like joking around.
I feel like it's not over until you hit the gavel and hit a
ruling is she cheated on you. It's going to be up to you to decide whether or not you can trust her moving forward and if it's worth being with her for.
Thank you. It's a ruling. People are calling. It's going to be a risk. It's going to be a gamble. I know we said that we were going to try it.
I'm here for it.
I'm willing to try one just to see how it goes and if
don't ruin it for the lot.
Yeah. Setting show. You're live with Judge Juicy. Who is this?
Hey, this is Sparky.
Hey, Sparky. What's up, bud?
Hey, man, me and my wife, we went out to dinner a few times, and we ended up at Secrets over there, and then we had a blast over there. We got in that playpen, swapped around for the first time, and it was great. I advise a lot of married couples to try that.
Okay.
Wait, so you went to a swingers club, and you're like, killed it. Highly recommend it.
Everybody give it a go.
Yeah,
highly recommend it, man. Yeah,
So,
we were with guys, girls, everything.
Let me ask you this. What is is this the first time you ever done anything like this?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So what is that moment like when the first time you see another man giving it to your woman?
Good question.
I was all right with it. We've been married for so long. I was comfortable with it.
No, it didn't. That little bug didn't get into your brain where later that night or a couple days away, you're just thinking about that look you saw on her face that you've never seen before and just wondering what was really going on?
No, man, because I was all up in deep up in another lady, myself. So it's all good.
All right, thank you. This wasn't really a question for Judge Juicy, so you now have ruined it for everybody for the day at least. This one is much more mild, but it's interesting and it's in the parenting realm. And I think I can see things like it. I like to try and find stuff or the ones that pop out that I think actually apply to people. Judge Juicy.
Yes.
I have a 16-month-old who recently learned to walk. My mom was watching him one day a week ago while I worked, but she ultimately decided it was too much stress on her back and she could no longer lift him. Lately, she's been telling me I need to train him to do certain things in order for her to watch him without ever having to lift him up. He's too young consistently to do anything like that. It's no longer possible for her to put him in a car seat, lift him, and anytime I bring up the fact that we need somebody else to watch him, she says I'm crazy. My mom can no longer watch my child, but I don't know how to tell her that. What should I do?
Tell her that. Find somebody else. By the way, you don't train a kid. You train an animal.
I think you do actually train.
No,
a
you
kid.
teach them.
Same thing.
You teach them how to do things.
One man's teach is another man's train.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got to just cut mom off.
Listen, I understand that it all sounds great, to have grandkids and the grandparents are going to watch the grandkids and it's going to be, my parents are older too. They can't chase after my kid all the time. She's exhausting.
But she's well trained though.
No, I taught her.
Talking to my mom about this has become very stressful. and I don't know what to do.
Okay. Well, you have to have the tough conversations. You're a parent now, and your priority is your child. And if she's not going to be taken care of the best that she can be, then you need to find somebody who can and let your mom enjoy being a grandmother and not having to take care of her in such a heavy capacity.
Such a heavy, or you could hire like another person to be there, which seems like you're different. But if you're going to pay somebody anyways to have to watch it, you can just let the grandma be there.
To be perfectly honest with you, at 18 months, I know a lot of people, I don't have the luxury. I didn't have the luxury, but I think it is so important for a child to be in some sort of school or to be socializing with other kids. And there, they'll train your kids more.
Did give them lots of treats, belly rubs, all sorts of stuff.
No, but I do think that that's good. So maybe that's an option too, that you say you can kind of deflect that way and take that pressure off to say you want your child to be in school and learning more and interacting with other kids.
That's what I was looking for. The way that you can do it without breaking the lady's heart.
Okay.
The poor lady's heart.
So that would be my ruling to send the kid to school, and then your mom's not so mad.
I love it. By the way, I'm going to bring something up that just popped into my head. Were you listening, just so I know if you're in the loop, were you listening to me the other day when I was talking about the dogs at my parents' house with the left
update?
outside?
No.
Yeah. So the quickest mini version of it is my parents live across the street from these people who have had 3 dogs. They keep them outside in this cage. Very small. They don't get to go inside. They're out there during hurricanes.
Oh, God.
Cold weather. They don't go to them. They don't, maybe they feed them. And so, there's now like the neighborhood is revolting saying you need to do something about these dogs.
Okay.
And then, so they had 2 Great Danes. One of them, we didn't know what happened. I'm getting to that. And then now they just brought a new Rottweiler puppy into the pen.
Yikes.
So and they just live outside. Dude, I got a text the other day. Dude, the 2 Great Danes. So my parents had texted me and said, we think the dogs are gone. So we'd maybe. So I'm thinking, oh my God, somebody listened to the show and found my parents' address and come and stole these dogs.
I would.
Dude, turns out, and I don't know why they would share this with anybody. Dude, the dogs died of heartworms. The dogs got bit.
All
by
of them?
No, the puppy is the only one left now. The puppy is the only one left.
The new Rottweiler.
Yeah,
one.
the other 2. I don't know if you know anything about heartworms. It's from being bit by mosquitoes.
Yeah.
They had been so bit by mosquitoes. We're not on any heartworm medicine.
So how do those people not get charged with animal cruelty and
stuff? At this point, maybe they could. It's not a happy ending. And the amount of people that
and they should not be allowed to have any more animals.
So I said, "What's up with the puppy?" And they said, "Oh yeah, the puppy's still out there." So now
somebody needs to go take that dog.
Yeah. Which we're. I don't want to say too much because I'm not
hop
sure.
that fence.
Yeah, but it's working. We're in the process.
Okay.
Jode, you're an absolute delight.
Oh,
Judge
thank you so
Juicy.
much.
She joins
Court
us
is adjourned
every Tuesday at 2:00. You can hear her on with Johnny B most days for the Mike Calta After Show. A real ray of light here at 102.5 The Bone. What are you going to be doing for the Beach Bash?
All the things. But before I go, I just want you to be jealous. Jacob 2 times called yesterday.
And then kicked me off the show.
And he also called the Johnny B show today.
Oh.
Never called this show.
Just saying.
Has he never?
I maybe the first day.
I don't
just
think
saying.
he did. I think you're right.
Well,
but he said he has something special for you today.
Yeah.
Promo John.
Well, the joke's on him because I'm leaving at 4:00 today. Yeah. My ass is going to bed.
Are you really?
Yeah. I already told Drew. I said, dude, I haven't been home. I'm going home. I'm sorry. So, joke's on Jacob. He can spread his love all around town.
I'm very excited for the summer Bone Beach Bash party.
We should, I don't know. You don't have like a juice hour or something like the...
Oh, no, I don't want anything.
Like
I want to be able to just go and hang out and have
you
fun.
You can teach like tantric sex moves on the beach or something?
I mean, maybe Carmen and I will combine yoga.
You should have a juice stand where you just squeeze juice.
Oh, I could do that. Yeah. Thank you. You guys are full of ideas.
We're a real think tank here.
Kumbaya.
Do not go anywhere. When we come back, what was it that I wanted to hit? You sent me so much good stuff today, Diz. Thank you for helping me out. Oh, yeah. I am a sucker for a prison escape.
Oh, dude. Did you see that?
Bananas.
We've got a large prison escape, and it is crazy what people do when they get out. If they escape, the stupidity of people that get out blows my mind, and we're going to dig into it next. John's Joints coming up at 3:00 with Drew Garabo. Thank you, JoJo.
Love
You're
you.
the best. Make the switch right now to Hawkins Home Service Co. With over 30 years of trusted service, Hawkins offers expert HVAC, pool repair, plumbing, and electrical. One call really does handle it all. If you own a home, you know it's stressful to find one company you can trust to work on one thing in your house, let alone all of the things that you need worked on. But when you go with Hawkins, it's all covered with technicians that have experienced rigorous background checks. They send you that text message to let you know exactly who's coming, the whole lowdown on them, and everything you need to know. And they've always got great specials going on as well. Like right now, you can get up to $1,500 off your complete AC system installation and replacement. Also, 10% off if you let them know you heard us talking about them on 102.5 The Bone. It's that easy. 813-445-8209. You can also book an appointment online at hawkinsserviceco.com.
The right stuff. You're listening to Setting Show on 102.5 The Bone. Tell us what you think. Head to the 102.5 The Bone app now and leave us an open mic. The Open Mic on the free 102.5 The Bone app is sponsored by 1-800-ASK-GARY.
Hi, I'm attorney Fran Hosh. Being involved in a car or motorcycle accident can be stressful. I've dedicated my career to helping accident victims and their loved ones. If you need an attorney you can trust, give me a call today at 866-LAW-FRAN. We will give you a free case evaluation and won't charge you any fees unless you recover money. Give me a call today at 866-LAW-FRAN, 866-LAWFRAN, or visit me online at lawfran.com. Main office, Palm Harbor.
At Brandon Honda, get 0 down, 0 security deposit, 0 first payment, 0 do-it signing. Hi, I'm Sam Robbie. Get a brand new Pilot for just $399 per month, new Passports just $329 per month, or get a new HRV for an incredible $149 per month. Plus, get a real nationwide lifetime warranty, unlimited time, unlimited miles. Visit BrandonHonda.com to get your best price and payments right online. Get all the facts at BrandonHonda.com.
Call 813-279-1222 for more information.
Summer tastes better at Hooters. Buffalo shrimp, tacos, Big Daddy beer mugs, and ice cold buckets. All at special prices all season long. Make your next move to Hooters. 11 locations in Tampa Bay. Go to originalhooters.com for 1 year you.
I'm Ultima Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Every time one of my children started driving, it was terrifying. Thousands of accidents happen across the country. We see it every day. If you've been injured in a car accident, call us.
Dial pound law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
John Senning here for Furman Ford, Clearwater's big Ford store. From social media to the evening news, everyone is talking about the Ford Employee Pricing Sales Event. If you've been waiting, trying to figure out that perfect time to buy a new truck or SUV, guess what? The time is now during the Ford Employee Pricing Sales Event. What does that mean for you, you might ask? You pay exactly what a Ford employee pays across a full line of trucks and SUVs. This is an unprecedented opportunity that's going to give you massive savings on some of America's best-selling vehicles. You need to go see Bob Murray and my friends at Furman Ford today. They've got that beautiful brand new showroom on US 19 in Clearwater, and you can always check them out online at FurmanFord.com. Furman Ford, from America, for America, and make sure you let them know that John Senning sent you.
Customers often ask, what's the right mattress for me? At the Original Mattress Factory, our answer is always the same. It's all about personal preference. You should select the one that feels right to you because there isn't a one-mattress-fits-all solution. That's why we offer a selection of quality and comfort choices for every preference. And our sales team will help you find the right product for your specific needs. At the Original Mattress Factory, we have the right mattress for just about everyone. Stop by to find yours today.
Why wait for Memorial Day when Brandon Ford has the largest inventory and biggest savings in history happening now during our pre-Memorial Day Super Mega Sale with discounts on every vehicle and no tariffs. Over 1,000 F-150s available at record low prices. New 2025 F-150 STX Super Cruise at $37,745, up to $10,000 off MSRP. And save up to $10,000 off MSRP on new 2025 F-150 XLT 4x4 hybrids with rates as low as 2.9% on select 2025 F-150s on approved credit. New 2025 F-250 and F-350 Super Duties at $100 over factory invoice. And that includes a free custom spray and bed headliner. Over 800 Super Duties available to choose from. So if you want a super mega sale deal with no tariffs, get to our pre-Memorial Day super mega sale at Brandon Ford, the largest volume Ford truck dealer in America. Highway 60 and 301 in Tampa, and at BrandonFord.com. No bull, no surprises, real prices.
Hey guys, it's a cat named Mo, and for the past 10 years, I've been talking about the Centers for Men's Health, better known as C4MH.com, which has been the leader in low T care for the past 15 years. C4MH.com leads because it's a local medical practice, not one of those slick national franchise T clinics that pop up overnight. C4MH leads because it has no financial contracts, no upfront treatment payments, and no added cost treatments. C4MH leads because we fully disclose, and I say we because, again, I've been with them for 10 years, the affordable pricing. There are no hidden surprise costs. The slick pop-up clinic's pricing is nowhere to be found, and then come the contracts and high-pressure upselling. C4MH leads because 18 West Coast Florida locations only treat you with pharmaceutical testosterone and never the cut rate compounded stuff the other clinics use. So when you want affordable, safe, convenient, low T care, go to C4MH.com.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone. I went through it a while back. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text. Text ENERGY to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text ENERGY to 321-321. That's ENERGY to 321-321. Products and statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or illness.
Head to the contest page at theboneonline.com to enter to win tickets to see George Lopez at the Hard Rock Special Events Center inside the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino June 8th at 8 p.m. Enter for your chance to win tickets at theboneonline.com.
When it really matters, choose Farrah and Farrah. Here for you, here for good. Tampa.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
And now, back to Senning Show. With your host, John Senning.
Welcome back to Senning Show. Back from the high seas. We'll dig into it a little bit more with Drew Garabo in a few minutes.
I'm steady trying to find the motive.
800-771-1025. Watch The Bone on YouTube, on the Facebook page, and at theboneonline.com. This person's been holding for a hot minute. Senning Show, you're live on the air. What's up?
Hey, my name is Quinn, and I wanted to talk about some wrestling.
Oh, Quinn, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing really good. I have to say, I feel like I'm a little bit out of the loop over the past few days. I didn't even get to watch. Much of it. So you can almost fill me in on what was your favorite thing that's happened in the last 7 days of professional wrestling.
I think on Monday Night Raw. So what was really exciting was they really set up for a Saturday show because this weekend they're in Tampa.
Oh, that is this weekend. Yeah, Saturday night's main event. Dude, WWE is like taking over Tampa. It's SmackDown Friday night, Saturday night's main event on Saturday, and then I think the NXT pay-per-view on Sunday, and then I believe Monday Night Raw too, right?
Something like that. Not quite those days, but pretty close.
Yeah, close enough. And yeah, John Cena versus R-Truth in Tampa.
Yes, and I'm really excited to get to see him wrestle. And I don't know about you, but aren't there a lot of wrestlers who live in the Tampa, like retired wrestlers who live in the Tampa Bay area? So I feel like there's opportunity for some random surprise pop-ins.
That would be nice. Yeah, I think that's Saturday night's main event, especially because they like to make it kind of a throwback feel. Maybe we will get some surprises. So I think you told me you are going, right?
I am.
Yeah,
I am going.
Quinn called us a few weeks ago. She is a 32, right? 32 years old?
You just turned 32.
32-year-old female who has become a big wrestling fan, which I'm just enamored by. At this point, I do not have tickets. I do not think I am going, which is very depressing. But maybe that'll change as the weekend gets closer.
Yeah, that's fair. But yeah, I'm super excited. And Monday Night Raw really set up for Saturday, so they're really going hard into there's like a four-way tag team match. That's the main thing. But then they also set up, they've got like Jey Uso against Logan Paul.
Oh, that's
now they've got a whole storyline with the heavyweight belt.
Yeah, it's going. I will say I am a Logan Paul hater as a whole, but I will be very interested if he could take the title from Jey Uso and see what a Logan Paul title reign looks like. As much as I hate him, I'll be curious to see what it's like when he's the man.
Yeah, so they set that up on Monday where it's like four of them for it. So Jey Uso has it. He's going to fight. Logan Paul's going to fight him for it. And then Gunther came out and told Logan Paul, like, I respect you, but if you get it, I'm going to take it from you. And Seth Rollins came out and was like, well, it doesn't matter who has it. I'm going to get it in the end. So I think they're setting that up for the SummerSlam stuff, like those June shows.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's going to be big. I will say SummerSlam, Diz, I don't know you'll be your thoughts on this, being hosted by Cardi B.
Ugh.
Yeah, I am not the biggest fan of Cardi B getting into the wrestling world.
Why is she hosting that?
I have no idea. They seem to have this thing between the Travis Scott thing and her. It seems to.
I imagine her people said this will be great for your image.
Yeah. Quinn, I know you said that you're busy and you can't always call, but if you can, try and hit me up on social media or email on the weeks that you can call so I can make a little bit more time for you because I got to get to this story and then we got John's Joints. But if there's any way you can hit me up early in the morning, I'd love to plan it a little bit for when you can call in.
Awesome. Instagram okay?
Yeah, Instagram's great.
Okay,
All right, thanks, Quinn. Have a good one. Oh, to the second Akon song. Dude, I am blown away at the people that can find a way out of jail and or prison and then seemingly have like the planning that it takes to get yourself out of jail or prison must be so much. And then these people get out and 95% of them seem to have no idea where they're going or what they're going to do once they get out. And Diz, you know about this story way better than I do, so I'll at least set it up a little bit. Authorities made a major breakthrough in the Orleans Parish jailbreak investigation. There's always somebody on the inside. They arrested a prison maintenance worker who was accused of helping 10 inmates escape. 5 fugitives remain at large 5 days after the escape, which has triggered sweeping audits, mounting fear among victims and prosecutors, and intense scrutiny of the jail leadership. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the first guy they found on Friday, he was hiding under a car in a hotel parking garage. The other guy, Friday, they got him on a Crime Stoppers tip. Do you know where they found him? That
was the bus stop guy, I believe. He was just sleeping at a bus stop, and some guy was like, hey, man, you all right? And he because there's a video of it.
Yeah.
And then I guess he realized, like, oh, this is the guy. I'm going to call this tip in and then just make the money off of it.
So how many days has it been altogether? I'm just wondering. Oh, so it's 5
Friday,
days.
Right?
Yeah, 5 days later now. So I would just think as soon as you get out, like, you know where you're going. These guys all seemingly stayed in town. Like, they didn't even try to go anywhere, did they?
Yeah, one got caught. So it's funny because 2 of them got caught basically at their emergency contacts. One was at his mom's, and the other was his baby mama's. And that was the first place they looked. They go, well, let's check the people closest to this person, and that's where they were. If we do this all the time with, like, how to be better criminals, you just break out of prison. What are you doing?
Dude, I'm getting to just the most rural, uninhabited place ever to try and just wait out the hot period.
Yeah.
Like, to me, like, you may have to spend a month living in the woods. Like, I think you've got to be prepared to just be completely off the grid because that search and the way they're looking for you is going to be at its peak probably within the first month after you escape. Not that they're going to give up, but I mean, the story is all over the news. Everybody's talking about it, and staying close is the dumbest thing ever. We talked about it, I think, a couple weeks ago, there was the case where the prison guard lady helped the guy out in Alabama, and they were in love. They had no plans. They at the very least hit the road and had some disguises and stuff, but they were just dicking around. Like, they found him because they had been staying at a motel. How, if you're going to go through the stress and struggle of getting out with all of the planning and preparation, you got to have somebody on the inside, and then you get out and you just go to your mom's house? Do you think these guys maybe didn't look at this as a long-term escape, and they were just thinking, if I could just go get my mama's home cooking one day, if I can sleep one night in my own bed, it'll all be worth it? Because it doesn't feel like these guys were trying to be free forever.
It feels like maybe when they go to their moms or they go to their baby mamas or whatever, that's probably them going, I'm going to get there, and then I'm going to see who will get me out of town, what money I can get up, and then that'll be my plan. But at that point, you're already going to get caught because they already know where you're going. They have the top 3 idea spots you're going to be, and that's where they're searching first.
Yeah, and it's you. I think you have to have a plan. Like, there should have been somebody, and maybe 10 guys is a lot to all get on the same page. But if you know it's happening, you have your contact waiting somewhere, and they get you far away. Because by the time you're out, I would think you've got a small window of time to get out of that perimeter without them finding you, and then you just make it far away where nobody's ever going to look. You definitely do not just hang close to the jail and or go to your mom's house.
They wrote stuff on the walls like too easy and all that because they broke out through a toilet. Like, essentially, they ripped the toilet off the wall, and usually there's like rebar and stuff there, but there was like this one opening at the top that they could all slip through. So they knew about this.
So do we think that, I wonder, I didn't see if this said it, so do we think that the maintenance worker did that, or that he just looked the other way?
It was either he knew about it, or like you said, he might have just been like, I'll take out this bar and that'll be enough for you guys to get through.
Yeah.
But again, you said it. If you know this is happening, call up whoever your contact is and be like, look, Tuesday, you got to say it a certain way because they are recorded. But you're like, Tuesday, this is the day we're going to meet up, blah, 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 and then do it.
So security cameras were down in parts of the jail, and a civilian monitoring technician had left the control module for food. So I wonder if that's the guy that got in trouble.
Oh.
Because they, I don't know. It just says that the prison maintenance worker accused of helping 10 inmates escape. I don't know if he was the guy who just wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, he was acting like he turned the other way when it was happening. He knew he was going to be on the clock, and he's like, you got to do it this day.
How mad are you if you're the guy who helped everybody escape, and then they just all ran to their mama's and their girlfriend's house? Like you're going to lose your job, and you're probably going to end up in prison, and for what? So they could all run. That being said, though, who knows? Maybe the 5 that are still out there, maybe those 5 had a plan, and they thought, maybe if we can get 10 guys to get out with us, they'll be looking for 10 rather than 5. These dumbasses are going to be all around here, and maybe these guys will never end up being found.
That's a great point. I never looked at it that way. That's perfect.
Yeah.
It's a perfect planning. Is they're going to get caught. They're going to be focused with that. We're going to get enough time to get out of town. I think there's some murderers still on the loose.
Yeah, and they're worried that they're coming for revenge and stuff, too. Like, I think they think these guys are going to go do bad things, which, that happens.
Yeah.
Do not go anywhere. When we come back, we're going to dig into John's joints. Lots and lots to get to. I know that it's probably been covered. We talk about the story so much. A teacher, a naughty lady teacher right here in our own backyard. I got some nature stuff as well. They found a giant 13-foot python that had been killed in the Everglades. You might be surprised when you find out what took it out. We'll do that and a bunch more. Coming up next in John's Joints.
You're listening to Setting Show on 102.5 The Bone. Neutral presents The Bone Summer Beach Bash. An entire weekend of everything bone. Just for you. July 18th through the 20th at the beautiful Sky Beach Resort in St. Pete.
Friday night is going to be hosted by me, John Senning, and we'll feature a live performance from my friends Matt and Zach, who will set the perfect beachside vibe as we roast a pig and party all night long. Make your plans now.
Saturday is all about the party. Pool party, games, the Bone broadcasting live, and more. Saturday night, my band Pitbull Toddler hits the stage. The night continues after with the late night pool party and songs by the bonfire. There's so much more that we have planned. We'll be telling you all about it in the coming weeks.
Book your room now by visiting theboneonline.com. And remember, even if you don't get a room, it's free to come party. The Bone Summer Beach Bash kicks off Friday, July 18th at the Sky Beach Resort. Presented by Neutral and 102.5 The Bone. Real, raw summer.
Car accident? Take back control of your life. Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
My name is Attorney Bill Sansoni. You might know me as Dead Air Sansoni from the Ask the Dom Show. I represent people accused in crimes in Hillsborough, Pinellas, Pasco, Manatee, Polk, and Sarasota counties. I also represent clients in federal court across the country. If you have been arrested or accused of a crime, call me, Bill Dead Air Sansoni, at 813-361-0874 or online at sansoni-law.com. Offices, Tampa.
Chloe loves softball. Cancer tried to stop her twice. Now she's a force on and off the field. We believe in Chloe's dream because we share it. Johns Hopkins All Children's Hospital. All we do, all for kids.
The coolest summer starts at Target with up to 50% off select Sun Squad pool and outdoor toys and 20% off select favorite day treats with Target Circle. Discover inflatable pools and outdoor toys that'll surely make a big splash this season, while you keep it cool and sweet with the most shareable cookies and frozen snacks under the sun. Hurry! Now through Memorial Day, save up to 50% on select Sun Squad toys and 20% on select favorite day treats with Target Circle, only at Target. Restrictions apply.
Did you know your skin is the largest organ of your body? Huh? That's why you should shower with Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash instead of plain old bar soap. Love your skin by super hydrating it with vitamin B3 and glorious notes of vanilla and shea. Did you know that my super hydrated skin is the second largest organ of my body? The first is my heart. Old Spice. Men have skin too. Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash. 24/7 renewing moisture. With daily use.
Hi, I'm Patrick Thomas.
And I'm Heather Thomas from Bolt Electric, where we believe that the right way is the only way to do home electrical.
We believe the National Electrical Code is really the minimum standard, not the maximum standard.
We believe you deserve better electrical parts and better service.
We believe in ongoing training for our electricians.
Because there's no end to learning and improving.
Because at Bolt, we believe your safety is our core priority. Electrical problem? Call Bolt.
Online at boltelectric.com.
Ray's deals are here, and they're so good, even Raymond is buying. Drive a new Kia Sportage, just $479 per month. Or a new Kia Telluride, just $379 a month. Don't miss out. Claim your Ray's deal today. Sportage, $479 per month. Telluride, $379 a month. At Crown Kia, the better way to buy and service. Call 1-800-371-0942 for complete details.
Cat Namo for All American Gunslingers, Newport Richie's #1 gun range off US 19 North. Education is the key to safety. That's why they're open 7 days a week, because they understand shooting is a diminishing skill, so classes and training are crucial. They have a variety of classes and training, from holster draw to pistol intro to rifle and skills drills. Do not forget about the Friendly League Night. That's every Thursday, 7:30 to 9:30. Go to aagunslingers.com to find out. All American Gunslingers, your rights, your safety, your freedom, America!
I'm Ultima Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Every time one of my children started driving, it was terrifying. Thousands of accidents happen across the country. We see it every day. If you've been injured in a car accident, call us.
Dial # law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Our massive Kia mega sale is going on now at Ken Ginley Kia Newport Richie. Buy with 0 down, 1.9% financing, or make no payments for 90 days. Sign and drive a new Kia from just $250 $259 lease per month. 0 due at signing. $25K for 36 months, 10K miles per year, no security deposit required. $259 a month, 0 due at signing. Bad credit, no credit, negative equity. If you earn at least $500 a week, we want to say yes. You're approved for a new 2025 Kia. Get massive savings on over 1,200 new Kias at Ken Ganley Kia Newport Richey on US 19. Ken Ganley Kia NewportRichey.com. Tell them McKenzie sent you, because I want to see ya in a Ken Ganley Kia.
25 Sportage, $1,748 per month per 1,000 finance. 90-day deferred payment through Ally Bank, plus tax, tag, title, and doc fee on approved credit through KMF. Expires 5/31/25.
This is Greg Trzynski from the Original Mattress Factory. A few years back, there was a surge of online mattress companies offering a one-feel-fits-all mattress. Eventually, they all added more selections. Why? They discovered what we've known for over 30 years. Everyone has unique preferences. At the Original Mattress Factory, we hand-build a range of comfort choices so that you can select the one that suits you best. Don't rely on someone else's opinion. Try out a variety of options and find the one that's right for you. OriginalMattress.com.
Preparing to sell your home can be costly and time-consuming, but it doesn't have to be. Skip the hassles of a traditional home sale and sell your home stress-free with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. Hey, it's JP. Say goodbye to the stress that comes with showings, open houses, and costly home repairs. My friends at Mark Spain Real Estate will sell your home fast and for maximum value. If you're thinking about selling your home, you can receive an all-cash guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. Listen to what their client Tyra had to say. Quote, thanks to Mark Spain Real Estate, our home had several cash offers within 24 hours of being on the market, and we closed in less than a month. With their guidance, the transaction was more seamless than we could have ever hoped. End quote. Selling your home is one of the biggest financial decisions you will ever make, so who you work with matters. With over 12,500 five-star reviews, trust the top real estate team in the U.S. to sell your home for top dollar. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
Did you know even the smallest increase in mortgage rates can cost you thousands of dollars over the life of your loan? Hi, I'm Mark Stefanski, Chairman and CEO of Third Federal. It's true, even a 0.25% change in rate can cost you thousands of dollars over the life of your mortgage. But with Third Federal's new Early Rate Lock, you don't have to take chances. Early Rate Lock is the only pre-approval that locks in your rate at pre-approval, even before you find a house. Plus, we're so confident that our rates are the lowest, if you find a lower rate, we'll beat it or give you $1,000. And now through May 31st, get pre-approved with Third Federal and we'll pay all of your closing costs. So don't wait. Call Third Federal today.
Right now with Third Federal, even before you find a home, lock in 6.625%, APR 6.685% on a 30-year fixed-rate purchase mortgage. Visit thirdfederal.com or call 1-800-3RD-FED today. APR reflects 15% down per $350,000 loan amount. Rate requires automatic payment program and is subject to change. Restrictions apply. Zero closing costs on low-cost loans only. See conditions for lowest rate guarantee at thirdfederal.com. Equal housing lender.
It's the start of a new season of Raise deals, and they're so good, even Raymond is buying. Drive a new Honda Pilot, just $479 a month, or a new Honda Accord, just $259 a month. Even Raymond is buying. It's the start of a new season of Raise deals. Don't miss out. Claim your Raise deal today at Crown Honda, the better way to buy and service. Call 800-509-4942 for complete details.
This hour of Setting Show is brought to you by Hawkins Service Co. One call handles it all.
1025 The Bone. Wheel Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. And 107.3 WXGL HD2 St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio. And now, back to Setting Show. It's time for John's Choice with your host, John Senning.
Run, river, carry me home to the ocean.
Welcome back to Setting Show. After being separated for a few days, the boys are back together. I am John Senning. He's dizzy and fresh off of 10 hours of radio in 2 days. Drew Garabo in the building.
It really doesn't sound substantial when you say it like that.
I think it does.
People who work 10-hour days are like, oh, poor radio guy's gonna talk for 5 hours a day.
It's all relative. John's Joints brought to you by Bubble Down Car Wash, long wash tunnels, spacious vacuums, an amazing staff. A clean car can just kind of uplift your spirits in many different ways. And it's the best of the best when you go with Bubble Down. They've got locations in Tampa, Brandon, Riverview. Palm Harbor is their newest location, and they've got that unlimited membership plan, which keeps your car clean every day of the week. It's clean today, dirty tomorrow. You got bugs, pollen, rain, bird poop, whatever it may be. Go through as many times as you'd like. You will have the cleanest car in town every time you boom, down. I was texting with Rich to see if there was anything I missed from the trip that I could revisit at 3. And the one thing, two things. When we leave the oil rig at like midnight or whatever it was on that first night, and it was so damn. So we're 3.5, 4 hours in a boat ride, pitch dark. You're in this freaking bean bag, which is like I can't even explain to you what it's like being in this bean bag at night like this. But it was freezing. It was frigid.
Really?
So I'm like bundled up. Thank God I was advised to bring warm clothes. So that night I'm bundled up, hoodies, sweatpants, just sitting there just like this for the whole time. And it really is it's an experience, man. It is an experience. And then also yesterday, which was kind of our leisure day, we went out to a sandbar and I did get stung by a jellyfish.
You did?
Yeah.
Did you pee on it?
No. Lots of people.
You need
offered
me to pee on it?
Lots of people offered to pee on me, but I just I fought through the pain, and I'm doing okay.
It's funny, as alike as you and I can be in ways, your description, a vivid description and beautiful one at that of your trip, was like my personal hell. I was sitting there thinking, like, what if that was me? All of it would have been hell,
dude. It is hardcore. Like that is the best way that I explain it, and I don't think. Like in the moment, it is like some of it is like it's just. I was saying when we got off the boat the last day when we were fishing, Rich was like, "Dude, you got to be like this is tough on you mentally." Really, the boat ride part. Once you're out there fishing, like it's obviously you're kind of in the zone and it's fun. But 4 hours, and I don't even know that first night how far we were because we just kept going further. Like after we were at one oil rig and it's like, hey, we're going to another one. It's 25 miles out, and then we were like, oh, we're going to another one. It's another 25 miles out. And when the good thing is, I think I did sleep a bit, believe it or not, on that boat ride back. But dude, I was just with I had the double patches behind each one of my ears. Yeah. I'm popping Dramamine. I got this. I think this damn inhaler thing was. I would recommend that to people more than anything else because anytime I felt a little something, I just ripped that inhaler, which is like eucalyptus, and it kind of brought me back down.
Any sharks or dolphins?
So it's crazy. They're called when we were going for the bait. Yes, dolphins. And it's funny because we're such sissy boys. We're like dolphins, yay! So that night, one of the oil rigs we went to, the captain all of a sudden was like, "F dolphins," and they're bad. Like so, I'm like, "Dolphins where?" And he's like, "No, we do not want them. You got to leave because they just steal your bait." So there was something happening in the distance, and I didn't really understand what was going on. It turns out it was dolphins, and that happened a couple times. Where when they come around, you gotta bounce because they'll just steal your bait.
Oh, that's interesting.
And he does something. The Captain Tommy does something I guess a little different, where he live chums the water. So I don't know how other captains do it, but so when we throw out our lines with live bait, he just starts throwing out live fish. So it creates this area where hopefully the tuna will just run through and start eating everything. Which means the dolphins also will. But when we were going for the bait, a couple times you have to fight off these. I want to say they were called remoras.
Oh yeah, they attach to the underbellies of sharks.
Yeah. So it looks like a shark.
Yeah.
Like when the first time it happened, I'm pulling up the bait and I'm like, "Oh, there's a shark! There's a shark coming for my bait!" And they're like, "Oh, that's a remora." So that was probably the closest thing to a shark. It's really cool when you go out. The place where you go out for the bait, it's a shipwreck. I forget the name of the ship, but it's an old military ship. So literally you can see the whole front of the boat, the bow of the boat right there. And he was telling us there's like an 11-foot tiger shark that just patrols that area. And people always see it like just kind of
cool.
Chilling out there. And it was fun, man. I also was blown away at kind of the vibe of Pensacola. I didn't really know anything about it. It doesn't feel like the rest of Florida. It's got more of a kind of southern flair. Dude, we were going to these little seafood markets, and the one where the captain gets his ice and they cut up the fish and stuff. Dude, you go in this seafood market and it's just all the freshest seafood you've ever seen. Dude, they have an entire seafood dip bar. You know how like I love the smoked
you do.
fish dip and stuff. So they had like a smoked tuna, spicy tuna, blue crab dip, a ruby red shrimp is big there that I guess you can get in the deep waters. These delicious ruby red shrimp dips. The seafood was on another level. It was very, very cool.
I was very jealous when I saw your seafood market photo because Monday I usually go to Sprouts to stock up on my seafood. They had none. Like, I don't know if they didn't get a delivery. And I had the thought, man, Tampa Bay really needs a good seafood market that I can go to. And like within an hour, I saw the video that you took of the Pensacola seafood market.
Well, and I was saying to those guys, I'm like, there's nothing like this. So that place that I posted the video of, I guess it's world famous. It's called Joe Patty's. And so the boats are like, you're on the water and the boats bring all of that in. And from here, I don't know, I would say it's 100 yards. It's just a seafood counter where it's insane. It's absolutely insane. And then a lot of people take it and then you go over to this other area and they will prepare it. They'll prepare it for you right there. And if you get the shellfish and stuff, they'll cook it up. I was thinking of you last night because
of course you were.
The captain, we had been making fun of him because he had his freezer was full of stone crab. So one of his like side gigs is selling stone crab. So these were to sell to people.
Yeah.
And we were just like, oh, come on, you got to. So by the end of the day, after we had wore him down enough, he's like, all right, we're doing the stone crab for dinner tonight. I wish I would have taken a picture because he had, like, there's jumbos and then there's like these colossals that are, and I mean, it was a tray as big as this board full of stone crab. Dude. God damn it. It was unbelievable. The seafood scene up there is crazy.
What level, Mike Allstott, did you get to experience?
Dude, so I will tell you this.
Level 40?
Mike did not drink on this trip. Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Not at all?
Nope.
So you didn't get to experience level 40 Mike Allstott?
Nope, not quite like that. Nope.
Wow.
He was in it to win it.
So no physicality, no roughhousing?
Well, I mean, there's always a little bit of roughhousing, but it's tougher on the high seas. No, he was about catching these fish. He was they were when we were out there, he was on it. And I felt bad, too, because he lost between the one that he lost and the one that I lost, those were the two biggest that we didn't get in the boat. And it was rough, man.
Would you do that again?
Yes, I have to. I have to
come home with
I have
him.
to. I have to bring in that fish, dude.
Okay.
When I think back to that moment, like it's not like losing. Like when I say a heartbreak, like I don't know. Like I'm not saying it's worse than that, but seeing this 100-pound plus fish get right in view and the captain's got the hook and he's about to reach over and get it, like the moment of joy that it was bubbling up inside of me was undescribable. And then for it to be gone in a moment, it's something I will have to conquer one day. I don't know when. I'm not going out tomorrow or next week or anything, but before I die, I have to pull in a big-ass tuna.
Did you hear him explain it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It was a lot like Homer and the catfish.
Yeah. Oh, my God. I forgot about that.
As you remember.
Yeah, it was a lot, dude.
Big
it was very Homery.
Catfish. Wow, that was like season 1 or 2.
Yeah. Dude, one of the other crazy things I saw yesterday that you'll appreciate from the restaurant aspect. So we go to this Floribama bar, which I didn't know much about. Maybe I've heard about it. It is like a compound that is one big building split between Florida and Alabama. And it's all just bars. Like there's like speakeasy bars, there's beach bars, all these different things. And they run all of their liquor. I have a picture. I'll post it. They run all of their liquor through guns, like on a gun, like a soda would be. So when you're upstairs, you can go to this room and it's all glass and you look in there and it's just every liquor, hundreds and hundreds of bottles hooked up to this system. I never seen anything like it. So there's like a main liquor room, and then they just pour all of their liquor. They've got choices on a gun that they then run out of it.
So it gives you an accurate pour every time.
I guess, but I mean, just this room of, and I guess like on busy nights, they've got a staff that works in this room that's just constantly plugging those bottles in. So it was fun. One day I will conquer the big tuna. But it was a hell of an experience. I was going to send it to you. Did you see the video going around of Jelly Roll being gifted a little Jesus at his concert?
No.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's a thing going around on social media where it says that moment when Jelly Roll gets a little Jesus and somebody right in the front row hands it to him and he holds it up.
You saw the video of Marshall coming out in Detroit Fort Field. I mean, how cool is that?
Next level. I'll take everything back bad I said about Jelly Roll. He's a modern day hero.
You were little Jesus before it became mainstream.
Yeah, you know. That's me. I'm a trendsetter.
You set the trend. Let's hit on some joints. Dude, it is bizarrely hot out there.
Yes, it is.
And I've seen people already talking about this heat dome and what it's going to do for hurricane season, and specifically the Gulf with this dome sitting over us right now. The start of the Atlantic hurricane season is still over a week away. Believe it or not, forecasters are tracking the season's first tropical wave in the eastern Atlantic Ocean. The National Hurricane Center said the tropical wave formed on Monday off the west coast of Africa and is moving west. Not necessarily anything that we have to worry about, but just the fact that it's happening already, probably not the greatest sign. I have a feeling we're going to be touching base with Mike from Mike's weather page a little bit earlier than we usually do.
Well, agree to disagree, because Ron DeSantis said Florida's due a break, so obviously it's going to happen.
Some people just believe it. I don't think that. I don't know. It's messed up because you almost, like, from us being on the radio, this balance of, like, there are people that are traumatized. Like, I have a little bit of it after what we went through, but, like, for the people that lost their homes and maybe are still displaced, to just see a story that, like, hurricanes are going to be bad or that there already a tropical system out there, I don't know that the average person who maybe experienced not much through the storms understands what a large portion of the population in this state went through, and just the idea of it happening again is probably tough to even hear.
By the way, I went by Cookout.
Oh, dude.
My God.
Dude, wait till it ends up right here on 4th Street.
I cannot believe how good of a barbecue sandwich you can get from a frickin' drive-thru.
Wait, what did you get?
Barbecue sandwich.
Oh, so it is like pulled pork?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh,
you didn't
my
get
God.
a burger?
No, Sarah got a burger and loved it, but
dude.
I got the barbecue sandwich.
Dude, you ever had Cookout, Diz?
No, you mentioned it before,
Yeah.
but I looked it up. It looked
my
amazing.
God.
So
Or did you mention it? One of y'all mentioned it.
Yeah.
We've probably been mentioned. Yeah, I know we've definitely mentioned it, but it's going to be right here where the old Boston Market was on 4th Street, like 2 blocks away.
Oh, my God.
Dude, as a man who loves the char-grilled flavor, they nail it on the burger. I don't even remember exactly how it's laid out, but you get like a box. So what do you get? You get like a burger, and then you get to pick like 2 other things?
Yeah, and they got hush puppies. They got onion rings. Their Cajun fries were unreal. They have about 1 million different kinds of milkshakes.
Yeah, I hope it's not one of those situations where they grow too fast and then they just aren't good anymore. Because this one, I mean, I don't know how long it takes to get moved here, but I feel like we were talking about it a year ago, and the building has not been touched yet.
Just looking at the menu on that site,
that's their menu.
That's
it's
insane.
Nuts.
Insane.
It's nuts.
It is just it for the average person,
That's
including
too
much. It's overwhelming.
Yeah.
Like you need to study the menu before if you try to pull up to the.
That's what we did.
Yeah.
And I told the lady I need a minute. I just look at the thing. She's like, "Oh, I'm gonna help you." And I go, "I'm just gonna need a minute to absorb your menu, please."
Dude, a lot of people swear by the quesadillas. I know that their quesadillas are a sleeper item that they get as well.
God, amazing,
dude. And then, did you get a shake? Did you already say that?
No, I did not.
How did you
We're
not?
driving, and you know me and Jerry.
Look at all the. Oh yeah, that is true.
I feel you, brother.
Look at all those flavors on.
Poop in a ladies' room in a McDonald's on the way home.
Oh God!
It was the brisket sandwich from Buc-ee's, I think.
Dude, I will say, paranoia. Out of all the paranoia I had on this trip, having to go to the bathroom on the boat was one of them.
How'd you do?
Not one, dude. All these big ass burly men eating like garbage for days on end. Nobody went to 22 hours plus on the boat in the span of 2 days, and not one person dropped a deuce on that boat.
That's insane.
It's just like it's a latch. You lift it up, and then there's an area that's big enough for a toilet to be in, and that's where you would go. And we could have gone, like you could have. We weren't, wasn't totally frowned upon. But thank God I didn't have to go, and nobody else had to either. A lot of going off the back, but nobody did. Which me, that was
That's a nightmare. Seasick, got to go to the bathroom. But it's a 4-hour trip over to the thing, and you got to go right now.
Oh, dude, and those bumps will just you got something
shake
in
you
you.
around there. It's like you're in a snow globe, and you're just getting shook.
Yeah. Were these oil rigs manned or?
Oh yeah, they're
so they were riggers.
They are unbelievable to see. I mean, the scope of these things are absolutely insane. I mean, they are so big, and you're just watching like so much going on. There's workers up there. There's intercoms. There's crazy noises coming out of there. It is wild to see. And there's
cool.
I know there's a bunch out there. I guess I just didn't know how many there were, because I mean, you'll be seeing them off in the distance in almost every direction, and there's something to behold. I think one of the first ones we got to right around that first night when it was sunset, they were getting a shipment from so they have like a supply boat.
Yeah.
So they were unloading stuff from this big tanker onto the platform. You know what else I found out? You didn't watch The Last Breath with Woody Harrelson, where they went underwater. that they go off of they have those same setups, those same saturation divers. They go right from the platform down in like these little submarines when they've got to go under and work on the rig from underwater. It is crazy. I don't want to harp on this too much. It's crazy how important those things are and like how close you can get to them. We were talking about those yesterday at lunch, and then it's just, there's got to be drones or some sort of surveillance that has a pretty good idea of what you're up to. Because, I mean, at some point, we're like 50 yards away from these oil rigs, and I'm thinking, they're going to pull out the Whale War style water cannon on us and be like, get back. But they don't. Like, people will just be waving to you, and like they have little hand signals they'll give you if they're seeing the tuna running underneath there. And
oh,
stuff.
really?
So,
awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
So they give you the heads up, like, hey, we got tuna over here.
Yeah. And that's the thing. When the tuna in the tuna biz, they seem to call it busting. When the tuna are busting, they're just everywhere. Like you'll see in the distance, and the way that they chase the fish, they just crest right out of the water.
Oh man.
So it's something, man. That whole, and I've done other things where I've fished or been out on the water for a long time. You do understand how that becomes like addicting for people. Like when you're that close to it, it's just something about those people that are so deeply connected to the water and to fishing. I mean, like I'm thinking about that captain. So that's his every day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
that man loves the water.
It's insane to me that we went to bed at 4:30 and then we're back on the boat at 7 in the morning. And he's doing that like on the reg. He's making that 8+ hour, 10 hour plus day on the boat every day of the week. And it's just, you've got to love it in a way that that only he can love it.
Then maybe you could understand how you'd lose your temper if some kid called you an F word for gay people.
Yeah, you may be right. You may be right. I don't know that the Brick Hornet was quite in that category, but there's something to it, man. It really is. It's a lifestyle.
Oh yeah.
Out there.
By the way, you see the Jeff Knight news while you're gone?
Oh no, what happened?
Nothing.
No, dude. So
still no news.
I don't know if I should. Well,
yes, you should.
Yeah, I jokingly, and I don't have any dirt. I do not have any dirt because I grilled him, dude. The kid who was the second mate, whatever the captain's
the Gilligan.
Yeah, the captain's right hand man, number 2, as we called him. Guess what boat he used to work on?
I'm going to take a wild guess and say Jeff Knight's boat.
Jeff Knight's yacht. Yeah.
You have any?
No, he really did. I will tell you, I thought for sure he was going to drop a bomb on me and be like, oh, man, I could tell you exactly. He goes, dude, I think it was just a terrible accident. And he was like kind of explaining the boat and how when it's going at a certain speed, it can be tough to see over the front. And he thinks at that time of night in that place, I was, when he told me that, my ears perked up.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, tell me what you've seen.
Yeah.
And I'm like, don't worry. I'm totally not a member of the local media or anything, but give me a scoop. And I couldn't believe it when he said that.
Yeah.
I grilled him for probably a good 30 minutes about it. And he really did not, he said, they like to have fun, but he also did not. So I said to him, I said, how many bodies were you on board for? I was like, how many bodies have you put down on the night boat? And yeah, no, he did not have any.
I don't think there's going to be any news. I just think they're going to let the story die.
I will tell you that was his takeaway as well. Is I think he just kind of said, I don't think it's going to happen. I think it was an accident. And I even threw out him the idea of, do you think that somebody else was possibly driving? And he goes, I don't think he would have stepped up and taken that for anybody.
Yeah.
And who knows? But yeah, I think you're right. I think it's just going to go away.
Yeah, not for the people who are so anti-Janice, though. I saw Surfer Girl announce the show there, and on Janice's Facebook, people are like, any place but there, I'm never going to a show there again. It's like, why are people so overreactionary, man?
Dude, there's just something about, I don't know where that happened. And I guess people just feel empowered. They have a voice. They can prove a point with their dollars and all of that, but I would say it all started during the Bud Light Dylan Mulvaney thing,
yeah.
But I think it was already starting there, where people just have to put their plant their flag and let everybody know where they stand and let people care. Can I tell you the dumbest thing ever?
Yes, please.
It is what it is. So I posted some stuff. I was trying to post stuff. I should have posted more even. And so like when we're out the first night, I took some pictures and then I posted them the next morning, and I go to hit the tag button, and It is what it is. It is what the place is called. I don't know what to tell you.
Right.
The first thing that popped up was Gulf of America.
Yeah.
So I tagged the Gulf of America.
Sure. That's what it's called.
The amount of messages that I got from people. And then already, same thing on a Facebook post. The amount of people, there's a whole section in the comments of people just fighting about Gulf of America.
That's what it's called.
I was trying
like
to
it or
see,
not.
Yeah, right before you came in, actually, I wanted to find it because this lady. Oh yeah.
Oh, a lady, huh?
F your Gulf of America bull s.
Who's that?
That is Christine Elizabeth.
What's wrong with? Oh, I know her.
Yeah,
she's super. I mean, I know her on social media. She's super lived out.
Yeah. So I mean, it's just like I'm not. I guess you can't just tag the place in which you're in. Like I wasn't going for a political statement. Like I was just sharing pictures of the place that I was, and the amount of people that messaged me when I had posted, because on Instagram then it's like a DM.
Oh,
it's like really Gulf of America. I'm like,
that's what it's called.
I think that's what it says on the map.
Yeah, probably won't let you tag the Gulf of Mexico anymore.
Yeah, they don't. You'll be on a watch list. You'll be
deported.
ICE will be coming up on a boat right next to you and taking you out of here.
Do you see this? Speaking of deported, you saw the story from yesterday about the teacher who was scrolling through his phone and then had put photos of his genitalia on there. Like there was a 15-year-old kid during a planning period. He's looking at the teacher's phone, and the teacher's scrolling through, and he keeps pausing on photos of his genitals. And then he goes, hey, do you want to go in the bathroom and take pictures of your genitals to the 15-year-old?
Yeah. That was in my prep.
So it turns out the guy was here from Jamaica on a work visa, and he's getting deported.
Dude, you can't you can't play like that.
No, you can't.
Dude, there was another one. I think it was while I was gone. I think I might even have it in front of me. Riverview. High school teacher accused of starting an 8-month illicit relationship with one of her students. The crazy thing about that, Brooke Anderson facing 3 counts of unlawful sex with a minor. It was like they knew it was going like I don't know if you've got to build a case, but they knew it was happening. I feel like this happened recently where that happened too. They knew it was happening, and then if I'm correct, they had sex.
Yep.
The most recent inside Anderson's classroom where the pair allegedly had sex before the start of the school day on May 16th. That same day, she was booked into jail. So I know that there is no like victim shaming here, but the kid knew that they were onto her?
Oh, yeah.
So what's going on where, like, you're actively in investigation and that she's going to be locked up, and then you go to school that day and have sex with her?
Yeah, there's another story very similar in the Daily Mail. I'm sure you saw it about the church leader, the lady who was banging or giving blowies to the 16-year-old kid, and they knew it was going on. They told the parents there was nothing to worry about. Turns out there was something to worry about. She was giving blowies, and she got 7 months probation.
Dude, that is the thing that I feel like is lost in all of this. We could honestly have a discussion about specifically the female element, the female teacher, whoever it may be with students. You don't ever hear about charges. And I'm not saying that these teachers are all going uncharged, but I don't think that they're being locked up for majority of their life. I think that a lot of these younger female teachers are getting off with long probation, maybe a few months in jail. I do not think that this is being tackled from a law perspective as far as trying to fight it or beat it.
Big double standard.
I want to just touch on this today because it's juicy, but I want to try and dig in with it. Just call Mo tomorrow. A friend of the Pittsburgh Pirates fan who plummeted 20 feet onto the field last month has been arrested for buying him 2 beers because he's underage. Ethan Kirkwood told police investigating the incident that he bought his friend Kavin Markwood, who was 20, the beers during the game against the Chicago Cubs on April 30th. As a result, Kirkwood is now facing 2 misdemeanor counts of selling or furnishing alcohol to a minor. Markwood fell head first over the stadium's 21-foot Clemente wall. Dude, a 20-year-old? I wonder if they're going to look for more charges to put on him for the kid's injuries, or how good of a friend he is. Could he possibly, and this will ask Mo, if this kid wanted to then come after his buddy, could you do that? Like, you bought me these beers and got me drunk, and then I did something I wouldn't have normally done.
Sue him for, like, not wrongful death, but, like, something. Negligence.
Dude, just well, I guess that's pretty bad. A broken neck, a broken back, and a collarbone is pretty bad.
Bad.
But when you're 20 years old, when you're over the age of 18, he is breaking the law too, but there's no discussion of charges for him.
No.
Like, you're old enough to know better. You're a legal adult. There's something that feels so wrong about charging somebody with a crime for, I mean, it is illegal, I guess, but like getting a 20-year-old, giving a 20-year-old 2 beers who's an adult that can go fight for this country and do everything else but drink.
Big difference if he's 15 or 16.
Yeah.
I wonder if the girls were underage as well.
Yeah.
Were they under 21? Because he was with
his
friend
group.
and 2 other girls.
I don't think it says. Well, if
but he was the only one who went up to get the drinks, so they must have all been underage.
Yeah, he was.
Unless he was
booze
just
for everybody.
you could be a gentleman.
They usually won't sell you more than one, though.
Yeah, sometimes depending on where you are,
That's
sometimes they'll give you 2. But dude, just insane that somehow has a place in the story, because I would hope that 2 beers wouldn't be enough to make you jump over the edge of
especially watered down beers.
Yeah, baseball games.
Let's step aside for a moment. When we come back, I got some more joints to fire up. Dude, have you heard the audio from Elon Musk within the last 24 hours?
No, I saw the story though.
Dude, I think major trouble in paradise with him and Trump. I think he is ready to get out of politics completely. He sounds defeated, gutted, and maybe even a little mad. We'll play the audio, and I know you probably already saw it, but a giant python was found killed in the Everglades, and it is shocking the scientific community what was able to kill this beast. We'll dig into that and more with John's Joints coming up next. But first, we'd love to tell you about Win Derby at Derby Lane. It's right here in St. Petersburg on Gandy Boulevard. It is a beautiful institution. People have been making memories there for decades. Maybe you think to yourself, I want to go play Ultimate Texas Hold'em, but I don't really know how. Well, they have a brand new, beautiful, in-depth mural that will explain all the finer points of the game. So even if you don't know, you're going to know.
There's making memories and there's making money. Go there and you can win a ton of it. If you know the finer points of poker, great. If you don't, like John said, mural right there. But even a chump like me who knew next to nothing about poker went to Derby Lane several years ago, pulled a royal flush on the river. Boom, next thing you know, I'm walking out of there with $11,000 in cash. That could be your story.
They're giving away, on average, $10,000 to $100,000 every day. It's great for a family night out. You got people coming into town. You want to go party with the girls, the boys. You can still bet on the ponies remotely, and you're never going to have to worry about parking. There is plenty of it. They got tournaments going on all the time as well. Check them out online for all the information you're ever going to need. It's win-derby.com. That's win-derby.com.
Begin to pray, then tears of joy.
You're listening to Setting Show on 102.5 The Bone. Stream Real Raw Radio live. Anytime on the free 102.5 The Bone app. Now, a Bone traffic update from the Farah and Farah Personal Injury Attorneys Traffic Center.
At Les Check in Pinellas, we had at least 2 right lanes blocked due to a crash. 66th Street southbound at Park Boulevard, affecting eastbound Park. Traffic on 66th back to 80th Avenue. Nearby roadways may experience slowdowns as well. Northbound US 19, a crash beyond Whitney Road just in. May delay you beyond East Bay Drive right now. Due to road work in Hillsborough, southbound 301 approaching Gibsonton Drive delayed more than usual. Around 16 minutes back beyond Riverview Drive to Hackney Drive. Southeast of Newport Richey, State Road 54 westbound should be dealing with road work at 7 Springs Boulevard back to Old County Road 54. This is Eric in the Farah and Farah Traffic Center. Ready to step into a healthy and active lifestyle? Come to the Good Feet store and experience the difference. Discover how a simple step can lead to a life of pain-free possibilities.
Memorial Day savings all month long at Crown Hyundai. Get financing as low as 0%. Buy with 0 down or make no payments for a year on over 700 new tariff-free Hyundais. Drive a new 2025 Hyundai Elantra SE for only $99 a month. All backed by Owner Assurance, America's best warranty, including a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Crown Hyundai, the better way to buy and service. Visit CrownHyundai.com. With approved credit, 24-month lease, 10K miles a year, $59.95 due at signing plus dealer fee and electronic filing fee.
Hey, Bay Area, Randy here. During the Summer Starts Here sales event now through Memorial Day, we've got nearly 1,000 RAV4s, Tundras, I'm looking at Tacomas, Camrys, Corollas. Select new models with smoking hot prices and low leases available. Plus, it costs less to own a new Toyota with 4-year maintenance included. Get to Sun Toyota before Memorial Day, because when you make it Sun Toyota, we make it happen. Call 800-369-3367 for more details.
Sun Toyota.
Market volatility isn't slowing down.
If you're nearing retirement, now is not the time to wait and see. Every day of uncertainty can put your future at risk. It's time to diversify. I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, and I want you to know you can create certainty, locking in guaranteed income for life. This means predictable, stable cash flow, even in turbulent times. You've worked too hard to leave your retirement to chance. Right now, there are options to receive up to 30% upfront or annual growth of up to 10% for retirement income. That's up to $30,000 upfront or up to $10,000 per year on $100,000, all guaranteed for retirement income. Don't wait. Call Trajan today at 813-550-1000. That's 813-550-1000.
Annuity guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company. Any examples provided are hypothetical. Annuities are issued with prospectus and sales brochures and should be reviewed carefully before funding as features and benefits vary. DBA in most states as Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions.
It's starting to get warm, and you know what that means. Time to turn on your air conditioner. And trust me, you want to make certain that your HVAC system is working properly before the real heat gets here. But if you need a new system, Climate Design has rebates now through the month of May. So if you've been thinking about switching out your unreliable HVAC system with the new one, Climate Design Home Services has you covered. Earn up to $1,300 off brand new Train systems, and Climate Design will match it with up to $2,600. That price cannot be beat in this Florida heat, folks. Give Climate Design Home Services a call today and ask to speak to a comfort specialist. Having peace of mind, knowing your AC is in working order before you need it, that is reinsurance that you can feel good about. Go to climatedesign.com. That's climatedesign.com, or give them a call, 727-295-1572.
If you've been hurt in an accident, call Bernetti PA. We make it easy. In fact, you can hire us by phone, over the internet, or we'll come to you. Call 1-800-BERNETTI. We're ready. Offices Lakeland, Tampa, St. Pete.
NASCAR on Prime kicks off this Memorial Day weekend with one of the crown jewels of racing, the Coca-Cola 600.
Green flag flying here at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
600 miles, 400 laps. This is where legends are made and heroes are honored. And for the first time ever, you can stream it on Prime.
Now's the time. Let's do it.
See what it takes to finish first. Don't miss the Coca-Cola 600. Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern. NASCAR, it's on Prime.
You know, for years, I've been telling you about my friends at Super Heat and Air. I use them for everything. I have them come out and do a clean and tune before the big season changes, and I've used them to replace units before, and now they just got a whole lot better. Super Heat and Air is now adding expert plumbing. That's right, Super Heat and Air, my personal choice for HVAC excellence for many years, is now in partnership with ABC Plumbing, Heat and Air, and they offer trusted, full-service plumbing solutions with the same high standards as Super Heat and Air. So now you get all the services all in one company. Every technician that comes out is drug screened, background checked, and fully vetted, and they only hire the most trustworthy professionals. Those are the people they're sending to your homes, and they have the same 24-hour day, 7-day service, because plumbing problems don't wait either, and they deliver 5-star service because nothing less is acceptable. I'm so happy to announce that Super Heat and Air is now Super Heat and Air and Plumbing. Check them out online at superheatandair.com. That's superheatandair.com for all your HVAC and plumbing needs. Tell them Mike Calta sent you.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. It's the Sleep Number Everything Smart Bed sale. Every smart bed and base are on sale during our Memorial Day event. Up to 50% off, plus free home delivery. Limited time. Exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. Learn more at sleepnumber.com.
Are you a parent of a 2 to 8-year-old? Listen closely for an exciting offer, then head to abcmouse.com/radio to learn more. By now, you've probably heard of ABC Mouse.
ABC Mouse is like a little one-on-one teacher. It has helped her so much.
We're offering a promo at abcmouse.com/radio to try it for free for a month, then $14.99 per month until canceled. Go to abcmouse.com/radio to see this offer. That's abcmouse.com/radio. Actual ABC Mouse users compensate for their testimonials, sponsored by Age of Learning.
Experience the summer of music with Neutral and 102.5 The Bone. You could win tickets to some of the biggest shows of the year, including including Thomas Rhett, The Weeknd, Jason Aldean, or you could win one of dozens of Neutral prizes like coolers and hats. Neutral. Keep it tasty. Just visit any participating Circle K location in Florida and scan the QR code on the Neutral Summer of Music poster to enter.
Involved in a car accident? We understand the pressure you're under. Call Farah and Farah.
Tampa.
Tee up for a great cause. The first annual Budweiser Folds of Honor Charity Golf Classic is happening Saturday, June 28th at Chichi Rodriguez Golf Club. Reserve your spot today. Go to budgolfclassic.com.
Now, a weather update from the Sun Toyota Weather Center.
Toyota.com. I'm Fox 13 Chief Meteorologist Paul Delgado. Warm and steamy overnight tonight, lows near 80. On Thursday, partly cloudy skies and probably a few showers and storms popping up mainly inland, but most of the day is going to be rain-free and high temperatures up near 90.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio, sponsored by Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Now, back to Senning Show with your host, John Senning.
Welcome back to Senning Show. You're in the midst of John's Joints. I'm John Senning. He's Dizzy. All the boys are reunited. Woo! Drew Garabo in the house. Drew Garabo Live coming up in about 20 minutes.
So good to have you back, buddy.
Thank you. It feels good to be back.
Oh,
I'm not going to lie. I thought I was going to be completely zombified today.
Yeah.
Not saying that I'm not, but it's been nice to get back in the groove of things.
Well, Jacob, we've glad to hear that when you stick around.
Well, I also heard that Jacob is, I don't know what he's been doing exactly, but he's
on a press release run.
Yeah, he called on Monday. It was really weird.
Yeah, I guess he called on Monday, and then he called Johnny B.
Oh.
And he's been...
Didn't know that.
Yeah, so you just tell him it's punishment for, shedding his love around a little too much. I want to touch on a few things before we make way for Drew Garabo Live.
Sure.
Dude, I saw a great clip. This doesn't really seem to be going away, this Joe Biden, Jake Tapper stuff. Oh, do you think that Jake Tapper realized by writing this book that the one person who was going to come out looking worse than Joe Biden was Jake Tapper?
No.
Because he looks so bad. I mean, it really just looks like he knew all of this or was privy to all this information and chose to go on the air every single day and not tell it and leave it to Jon Stewart to be the voice of reason and put it in a way that is so damn funny. I have a clip from The Daily Show that pretty much sums it up.
Awesome.
We're back with breaking news in our politics lead and a brand new excerpt from my upcoming book with Axios' Alex Thompson. It's called Original Sin. I'm not sure if you've heard of it. It's on Biden's decline. It's called Original Sin. I'm sure you've heard on May 20th. That's Tuesday. Original Sin. That's coming out in 3 weeks. On May 20th. That's just 19 days away. In 1 week and 1 day. Coming out in just a few days. Comes out Tuesday. You will not believe what we found out.
He's the best with his timing.
Oh, he's awesome. He uses silence really, really well.
Don't news people have to tell you what they know when they find it out? Isn't that the difference between news and a secret?
He's got a point.
You won't believe what we found out. No, that's why I'm watching.
This has been like the greatest social experiment ever because in real time, you're like, I don't even know how to put it into words because there were so many people during that time that were fighting with their entire being, telling you how wrong you were if you thought that you saw something was going on with Joe Biden. And now those same exact people are having to go, it seems like they're almost now having to choose to be mad at the media, to go, well, if you knew it was that bad, why didn't you tell us? And it's just such a weird thing where so many people were going, am I the crazy one here? Because we all have eyeballs and we can see what's going on here. Another half of the country was like, no, you guys are wrong. That is fake. There's no way that is what you're seeing. And then it all came to that, and now everybody's just got to try and figure out how to put it all back together. And that's outside of the fact, that they circumvented democracy and chose to try to put him up there when he wasn't fit to be up there.
Didn't Joe Biden at first refuse to do the debate with Donald Trump? Or was it Trump that refused to debate Biden? I'm trying to remember.
I think they went back and forth a little bit. Like it was almost like one wasn't going to do it, and then the other was going to do it, and then they came to the same agreement. And it's just Diz sent me this thing where I don't know if I think it's a fun thing to talk about. He calls Dave Portnoy, says it's the greatest political scandal of our lifetime. And it seems like maybe that's an overreach. But when you look at the ramifications, I don't know that it is. Like, it absolutely affected, like, I would say maybe if you hate Donald Trump, you could believe that more than anybody else.
Absolutely.
Because if things went differently, then Donald Trump might not be the president right now, if anybody else got an opportunity to get in there.
Right, because we can all agree Kamala Harris from jump was not a viable candidate. And so if they knew that Joe Biden was incapacitated, which we all found out on live television at that debate, then why didn't you get something in order where you could have a young upstart candidate at least have a chance against Trump?
Yeah, and now it is weird because I feel like maybe he's selling books. Maybe if they're talking about you, that's all that really matters. But Jake Tapper is the one here that looks like a complete fraud. And he's even coming out and going, yeah, conservative media was right. Like, we dropped the ball on this. They were reporting it right, and I was just, I guess, doing nothing about it and choosing not to tell anybody the things that I knew about Joe Biden. So it's interesting to see if he ends up even with a job by the time it's all said and done.
Well, he'll keep hosting that bar rescue show, so I think he'll be okay.
That is, he can be so mean sometimes.
I know.
And a couple, well, actually, let me just play this clip of Elon real quick because it's only 14 seconds and it just shows the defeat. That when I saw this morning, it said our government has been able to suck the enthusiasm and life out of Elon Musk. And he was asked about because he's been spending so much money on candidates and stuff like that. He's done now.
I think in terms of political spending, I'm going to do a lot less in the future.
And why is that?
I think I've done enough.
I mean, dude, and the stuff that I'm reading is that the Doge, all this work they thought they were doing, like nobody in the actual government, like there was no movement on it. Like they found it and then nothing really happened.
Oh.
So I don't know, but it would not surprise me if we start getting more dirty details about a potential breakup between Donnie and Elon.
Well, he was in the Oval Office today when they met with the president from Africa. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
So he spoke.
in
the circle. I'm surprised. It would seem if you think you know Donald Trump, him going public and saying I'm not spending any more money would not sit well with Donnie.
It wouldn't, but he had bigger fish to fry. He gave the president of South Africa the Zelensky treatment today.
Yeah, I did see that he got, because
he's pulling articles from the Daily Mail. You can see like he's showing the president of South Africa these articles from Daily Mail about white genocide. It's like maybe find a better source.
What I have
it's a tabloid.
Hold on,
it's good for show prep.
It's where
yeah.
I'm going to see if I can. He
said he'd take a plane from them if they wanted to give him one. Which, by the way, that got approved, the Qatar plane.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, I don't think I have it here. Moving along to some lighter wildlife-like news. This may be my favorite story that I've seen on the internet today. The headline reads, "Badass North Carolina man attacked by coyote, strangled the animal to death."
Yeah,
Jesus.
Probably right here. Coming this way. So I'm like, oh, Lord.
He says he was standing in his usual smoke break spot when something fell off.
I felt something watching me the whole time anyway. It was like, I just felt like he was hunting me or something.
Moments later, out of the woods came a coyote.
And I kicked him when he jumped the first time. I'm like, oh. When I got right here, I tried to kick him again. I fell and crawled all the way back here. I picked up rocks, throwing it at him.
When James hit the ground, the coyote closed in.
He jumped on me, and I caught him in the air, and he was trying to bite. So when I threw him down, and I'm trying to slide out the way, but it wasn't no way. He just kept coming.
He tried yelling, but it didn't work. That's when he knew this was turning into a fight for his life.
Then I had to rip my left hand out of his mouth.
Oh,
he's all bandaged up.
I got my left hand out. I just choked him, just all the way till the police got there.
He says even then, after 10 minutes, he wanted to make sure the coyote was dead so it couldn't attack anyone else in his neighborhood.
I was hoping ain't no more out there, because, ain't no telling when or if it happened again,
Oh, man.
There might not be nobody around to help.
James went to the hospital for the injuries on his left hand.
Dude, I've been seeing tons of the main reason I'm in all these like neighborhood groups and stuff is on Coyote Watch. Tons of coyote chatter these days over in our neighborhood, right at the end of our street, like past the lake. Dude, they've been meandering about there. And dude, I will say, if I was a coyote and I was looking for kitty snacks,
that's where you
got them.
Dude, our neighborhood is ripe for the kitties.
I never knew LH's real name was James.
I was thinking he did kind of sound like LH, didn't he?
He could choke out. I think LH could choke out a
I
coyote
believe in
if it came down
There's
to
money
it.
in it.
And lastly, deep in the Florida Everglades, it's apparently a cat eats snake world. The discovery of a 13-foot 52-pound Burmese python led wildlife officials on a pursuit to find the culprit. They initially thought there was no way in hell this could have been anything other than a Florida panther, just based on the injuries and the fact it was such a big python. Well, after a little bit of research, and I guess they've got all sorts of cameras set up around there, he ended up going back to his kill. A 25-pound cat, a bobcat, killed a 52-pound python that was 13 feet long.
The Everglades are fighting back.
Dude, man, I have to say, that's a badass bobcat.
Oh, yeah. And the FWC guy was so thrilled about it. He said, this is what we'd love to see, an animal punching up against its apex predator, fighting back against these invasive species.
Because you hear about it, and the way that they talk, the pythons will just wipe out everything in the Everglades.
Oh, yeah.
They're out there trying to kill them, but all of the small game, from deer to rabbits, and I think even bobcats and alligators, these pythons will eat them. So it's a win for nature. It's a win for the bobcat. I realize I haven't said this in a while. I'm all burnt up.
Oh,
I don't think I've said it in the Sending Show era, actually.
No, I haven't heard it in a while.
Yeah, what a time.
Oh, so good to have you back.
Do not go anywhere. Drew Garabo Live is coming up next. But before we do that, we'd love to tell you about our good buddy, Jeff Borum.
He's our homie. We know Jeff Borum. We love Jeff Borum. We trust Jeff Borum. I've golfed with him, and during the entire round, he talked about his real estate database and how he knows the market and how he might have a qualified buyer for your home when you haven't even listed it yet.
One of the great things, of many great things about Jeff Borum, is he is a local man, born and raised, not some Johnny come lately to the Tampa Bay area. He knows the area. We were talking about the hurricanes and the fallout from all of that. This man understands the needs of Floridians and people who want to live in the Tampa Bay area. So whether you got to move to make sure you're away from the flood zone or sell for any reason, let your story be a Jeff Borum story.
Google it, Borham. Jeff's your guy. He will buy your home, rent your home, sell your home. A number of options for you. He knows more about real estate than anybody in the market. Google him right now, Team Borum, Borham, powered by eXp Realty. And if you Google Jeff right now, you could be packing tonight.
Thank you, Dizzy. Thank you, everybody. Have a great night. Sending Show will be back live tomorrow at 1 p.m.
See ya.
If you don't want to love me, let me go.
You're listening to Setting Show on 102.5 The Bone. We are Real Raw Radio. 102.5 The Bone. Let's have some summer fun in the summer sun, Bone fam. It's the Neutral Summer of Music. Presented by Neutral. Win tickets to some of the summer's biggest shows like Thomas Rhett, Katy Perry, Jason Aldean, and more. Plus, score Neutral summer gear, including hats and coolers. Scan the QR code at participating Florida Circle K's, Miller's Ale House, or at the Blind Goat in Tampa to enter. Neutral. Keep it tasty. Visit theboneonline.com for more details. Now, a Bone traffic update from the Farah and Farah Personal Injury Attorneys Traffic Center.
Eastbound Courtney Campbell Causeway into Hillsborough. 2 left lanes blocked due to a crash a bit past Rocky Point. Crew on the scene. Traffic is stop and go at the moment beyond Ben T. Davis Beach. It'll likely regress. In Hillsborough, expect backups on your usual routes, but also northbound Dale Mabry congested at Pinecrest Manor Boulevard. Back to Hillsborough Avenue, northbound and southbound 41. Clogged a bit around State Road 60 or Adamo Drive. Back to I-4. Southbound and northbound back beyond Palm Riverview Road. In Pinellas, expect traffic flow to slow southbound US 19, approaching Park Boulevard back to Gateway Center Boulevard. This is Eric in the Farrah and Farrah Traffic Center.
All-American Gunslingers on US 19 is Newport Richie's #1 gun range. Take the concealed carry class, normally $85. For a limited time, it's free with just a $20 range fee. Go to aagunslingers.com for all the info. That's aagunslingers.com.
Furman Chevrolet in Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 Chevy dealer. What makes us #1? At Furman Chevy Brandon, we say yes. Yes to having Tampa Bay's largest tariff-free new Chevy inventory. Yes to paying top dollar for your trade. And right now, we say yes to 0.9% APR for 60 months on the purchase of a new 2025 Chevy Silverado. Come see why we are #1. Visit us on Adamo Drive in Brandon or online at FurmanChevy.com. Furman Chevy Brandon. Together, let's drive.
With the power of Amazon, you can make purchases in the morning and they'll be delivered to your doorstep by that afternoon. That's not the case with hurricane-resistant windows. You have to plan ahead. If you have thought about upgrading your windows to withstand the hurricanes, call WeatherTight Windows today. You don't want to overthink this and run out of time when hurricane season is upon us. Call WeatherTight Mike and get a quote on hurricane-resistant windows today.
WeatherTightWindows.com. WeatherTight Windows.
Why wait for Memorial Day when Brandon Ford has the largest inventory and biggest savings in history, happening now during our pre-Memorial Day Super Mega Sale with discounts on every vehicle and no tariffs. Over 1,000 F-150s available at record low prices. New 2025 F-150 STX Super Cruise at $37,745, up to $10,000 off MSRP. And save up to $10,000 off MSRP on new 2025 F-150 XLT 4x4 hybrids with rates as low as 2.9% on select 2025 F-150s on approved credit. New 2025 F-250 and F-350 Super Duties at $100 over factory invoice. And that includes a free custom spray and bed liner. Over 800 Super Duties available to choose from. So if you want a super mega sale deal with no tariffs, get to our pre-Memorial Day Super Mega Sale at Brandon Ford, the largest volume Ford truck dealer in America. Highway 60 and 301 in Tampa, and at BrandonFord.com. No bull, no surprises, real prices.
Looking for expert construction services in Tampa Bay? Waterman Construction Group is your go-to for commercial and residential projects. From demolition to new HVAC, patios, pavers, and driveways, they've got you covered. Whether it's a new build, a remodel, or storm repair, Waterman Construction handles your project from start to finish with personalized service, honest pricing, and guaranteed same-day response. Visit WatermanConstructionGroup.com or give them a call at 813-715-7383. Waterman Construction. Your vision is their mission. Call them today and tell them you heard about it on the Mike Calta Show.
Stingray Chevrolet.
Hi, this is Steve Hurley, owner of Stingray Chevrolet. With the economic landscape in a constant state of flux, consumers are understandably concerned about how car prices will be affected. While no one has a crystal ball to predict the future, I will say that if you're planning on purchasing a new vehicle in the next year, now would be a good time to pull the trigger. Luckily, our inventory here at Stingray is in great shape with over 700 new and pre-owned vehicles available, including a huge selection of Chevy trucks and SUVs. And since saving money is on the top of everyone's mind, remember that Stingray on I-4 has no dealer fee, and that automatically saves you $1,000 to $1,500. So while other dealers will charge a hefty fee on top of the advertised price of the vehicle, rest assured that you won't pay that here. StingrayChevrolet.com, Tampa Bay's big store on I-4. Exit 22, Plant City. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Stingray Chevrolet. Relax, enjoy the difference.
At Racetrack, you'll find everything you need to get through the day ahead.
The morning hits hard when you get up early. You're obviously tired and looking surly.
Grab some made-in-store breakfast, freshly ground coffee, ice-cold drinks, delicious hot food, and snacks all in one stop.
The day is long and can feel like a grind, but you'll get fully stocked and everything will be fine.
Racetrack is here to keep you going.
An all-day haul to get you.
Racetrack, whatever gets you going.
A cat named Mo for All-American Gunslingers, Newport Richie's #1 gun range. They have a gunsmith on site who's fantastic that can help you with any new or old firearm repair, from pistol to revolvers to rifles. You go to aagunslingers.com to find out about him and much more. Coming up June 14th, join All-American Gunslingers and me for Suns Out, Guns Out, with raffles, prize wheel, food trucks, machine guns, and so much more. Come join us to kick off the summer. All-American Gunslingers, your rights, your safety, your freedom, America!
Men,
Trouble in the bedroom? Not anymore. Prestige Men's Medical Center restores your sex life in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate erectile dysfunction and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Prestige Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Prestige Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 813-499-2888. 813-499-2888. To restore your sex life in just one visit, call now. 813-499-2888.
If you have been in a car accident in the past and have settled your case, I may have some good news. Some unethical lawyers have people known as runners who come directly to your hospital room or home and solicit your case. It's a disbarable offense. Anyone that would hire these scumbags needs to have their heads examined. I'm John Morgan at Morgan & Morgan. Now for the good news. If this happened to you, we will sue these lowlifes and fight to get all your fees back. And then look and see if these bottom feeders also malpracticed your case and sue them for that too. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Visit forthepeople.com for a free consultation or call Pound Law on your cell, pound 529. If someone does this to you, call the Bar Association and report them. Let's fight these bums. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com. Injured? Dial Pound Law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Time marches on, and a lot has changed. But one thing has not changed. Washington regulations on local stations. Regulations that make it tough for local TV and radio stations to compete with global big tech platforms. If you want to keep local news, weather, and live sports on TV and radio, we need updated regulations. Tell Washington to modernize the rules to help local stations compete. Learn more at nab.org/modernize the rules. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
Injured? Take back control of your life. Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
1025 The Bone. Real Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. And 107.3 WXGL HD2 St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio.
My name is Drew. Pronounced with the hood.
It's in your face with Drew Garabo.
I'll write it and we'll do it live.
What'd you say to a nice beer, Normie?
Going down.
Live from the 102.5 The Bone Studios in St. Petersburg, Florida. It's Drew Garabo. Live.